Hello everyone, welcome to What If Naruto Was Abandoned by Everyone and Became Saturo Gojo movie. Before we start, please go support Julio43 for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistake in character's gender, but of course Naruto is a male. Naruto. From today Naruto Namikaze no longer exists. Today Naruto Uzumaki is born. I do not want to have a surname as disgusting as the bearer himself. Bijuus-bijuu 9. Who told you that we can't see it? They said, pointing to Naruto's heart, where at one moment a katana sword was seen stuck in Naruto's heart. Naruto, you dared to touch a member of my family. That is paid with death. Damn it, disappear. Final glow. Chapter 1. Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki's life was not good, let's say, since as long as he can remember he saw that everyone hated him, even his parents who sometimes hit him. Naruto grew up alone without the love of his mother or father. He learned to read and write alone, since unlike his brothers who are helped by their father along with Jiraiya, Tsunade and Hiruzen, Naruto learned everything he knows today alone. Naruto suffered from abuse not only physically but mentally, as all the villagers not only tortured him mercilessly but also tortured him mentally or psychologically. Even his parents they only hit him. Jiraiya, Tsunade and Hiruzen did the same as the villagers, ninjas, Ambus and even the very clan leaders. Naruto wanted to leave Konoha, and to do that he would have to be a little strong, since he knew very well that if he left the village he would be in great danger. So he decided to train for a while in secret and with great caution so that they would not discover him. So Naruto began his training, which was 1 month. Naruto trained his body, taking it to the maximum rest. Only when his body begs for rest, Naruto did 30 push-ups, 30 sit-ups, 30 squats and ran 40 times throughout the forest of death, all that without any rest, and if he noticed that his body was getting used to the training he increased it. 2.3 months. Naruto awakened his chakra, as he could see how his parents along with Jiraiya and Tsunade trained his brothers in how to awaken their chakra. Naruto was able to awaken his chakra in just 2 hours, but he realized that he had very low chakra. That is why he trained his chakra tirelessly for 2 months, increasing it at an incredible speed. Note: Naruto is 6 years old, and he did not enter the academy because they did not let him, or they did not want to let him enter. 4 months. Naruto trained some basic jutsu like storage seal, the Kawarami no Jutsu, the henge. Among others, he also learned to walk on trees with only his feet, as well as water or also throwing kunai and shurinks. 5 months. Naruto learned to make shadow clones, although at first he was undecided whether to learn it, since according to what he heard from his father, the shadow clone is very dangerous even for a Kage, and to learn it he had to have a large chakra reserve and a mastery in this. That is why Naruto was undecided, but in the end he decided to learn it, since if he died no one would worry about him. But great was his surprise when he saw how he was able to make 100 shadow clones, although it was noticeable that he was a little tired. Naruto took advantage of the fact that he discovered the true use of shadow clones and sent 50 clones to the village library with a henge to read the entire library, and the rest would train taijutsu. 6.7 months. Naruto realized that the shadow clone jutsu was incomplete, so he decided to complete it. After 2 months of training he was able to complete the jutsu. Now he could make shadow clones without the need for them to appear in a ball of smoke. Now they appear discreetly and last longer than normal. Also, Naruto created 2 jutsus in just 1 week. The first is a clone jutsu, which is a clone that makes said clone is a blood clone that could combine with the shadow clone jutsu. The second is like a henge transformation jutsu, with the exception that said henge can take the appearance, voice and chakra of any person and can even change their smell aroma. It would certainly be of great help to you in the future. Spy Network spoiler. 8 months. Naruto awakened an ability that allowed him to feel the chakra and emotions of what surrounds him at a certain distance. Naruto already knew what that ability was, since his mother also had it. That ability was named Kagura's Eye. That ability had many benefits. 9-10 months. Naruto decided to find out what his elements were and was surprised to learn that he had the 5 elements, wind being his main nature, and he would undoubtedly take advantage of that, thanks to a few ninjas that he occasionally sees in training camps training elemental ninjutsu. He memorized the hand seals of each elemental jutsu they did, But when he saw that the jutsus were very powerful for his age, he decided to create his own jutsus. 12 month. Naruto, who since the 7th month, thanks to the shadow clones, began to create a Kekkei Genkai, Jujutsu, which gave him a few abilities: flying, throwing energy balls from the palm of his hand, like the ki ball from Dragon Ball, being able to teleport, and finally he combined one of his wind jutsus that he created with his Kekkei Genkai. Although he has not finished it yet. Present. Naruto can be seen in front of his parents, Jiraiya, Tsuwanda and Hiruzen, who looked at Naruto with pure disgust. But something strange is that Naruto had bandages on his right hand, something strange since whenever they hit him no one dared to heal him, or at least they saw him with bandages, something undoubtedly interesting and intriguing to know what happened to him. Hiruzen, what did you just say? I asked, looking at Naruto, who had a serious look and not one of shyness and innocence like before. Naruto, what you heard, I'm leaving this village. Tsuwanda, with whose permission? Naruto, with no one's permission. It's not that any of you care about me. Jiraiya, damn brat, speak well before your superiors, he said, throwing a kunai at Naruto in the direction of his foot, but everyone was surprised to see how the kunai hit an invisible wall. What is that? It's the first time I've seen that. Naruto, I don't have respect for anyone. Respect is sought and earned, and you didn't earn my respect. I prefer to have respect for an ant than for you, he said, turning around and starting to leave. Kushina, if you pass that door this time, rest assured that I will not hesitate to kill you. Naruto, he saw Kushina out of the corner of his eye. Then I'll wait for you, and rest assured that I wouldn't hesitate to kill you too, Kushina Uzumaki. Naruto, from today Naruto Namikaze no longer exists. Today Naruto Uzumaki is born. I don't want to have a surname as disgusting as the bearer himself, he said, putting 2 fingers in front and disappearing. Kushina, I no longer feel his presence in the village. It's as if he's no longer in the village. Minato, that doesn't matter anymore. You better go give the news to the others. Kushina, Chapter 2. 7 years passed since Naruto left Konoha, where Jiraiya, with the help of his spy network, did not stop looking for Naruto, not getting any clue, not even a trace of Naruto. That undoubtedly infuriated him, since he was not only looking for him to be a weapon for the village, but also for him to be in the village, since he was with Minato, Kushina, and Tsuwanda. Realized that since Naruto left, Narumi and Menma had a hard time controlling the Fox Chakra. Even every time they released it, they lost control, something that did not happen when Naruto was in the village, since Narumi and Menma could control the Fox Chakra a little easily. While on the other hand, the other big villages found out that the son of the 4th Hokage disappeared according to Minato, but the Kage knew that Naruto did not disappear but left Konoha on his own. Without a doubt they took advantage and looked for Naruto to use him against Konoha and get revenge on them, but to their disappointment they did not get any clues. Present. You see a boy of no more than 12 years old with hair as red as blood and at the same time spiky, but the striking thing is that he had bandages on his eyes, and even so he could see. Even with those bandages, this boy was none other than Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki, or better to say Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto, while nothing changed here, he thought upon receiving information in which he recounted everything that happened in these years. The big villages except Kirigakure were looking for me for 5 years to be able to use me against Konoha. Pathetic. Naruto continued walking aimlessly, but his walk was interrupted when he saw how some criminals had cornered a woman who was a kunoichi from Sunigakure. Pakura, what does this mean? Criminal X. According to the report we received from your Kage is that you have a very powerful Dijitsu, and he is afraid that you will rebel against him, or the village. That is why he betrayed you by sending you directly against death, that is, us. Criminal X. If I hadn't put a paralysis jutsu on you, we wouldn't have had a chance against you. Pakura, growling. Criminal X. Your head is worth a lot. Criminal X. What if you already die, he said as he was about to stab Pakura in the heart with a kunai, who did nothing to try to save herself since she knew she couldn't move and use her Kekkei Genkai. But before the kunai touched Pakura's skin, the criminal's head fell to the ground. All the criminals turned around in horror and saw a child, although he looked strange, but they couldn't think any further since that child killed them with a kunai, cutting off their heads. Pakura saved my life. Naruto. He saw Pakura for a few seconds but then ignored her and started to leave. Pakura, wait, Master called, standing in front of Naruto, kneeling. Naruto, what and why are you kneeling? Pakura, I love you, you saved my life, so let me be faithful to you. I will follow you wherever you go, even to hell itself, I will follow you. But let me go with you. I don't know where to go since Lo Alda betrayed me. Naruto, join another village and stop bothering me. Pakura, I don't want Master Sama. Naruto ignored Pakura and continued on his way but noticed that Pakura kept following him. A certain amount of time passed in which Naruto was followed by Pakura, who kept asking him his name, although Naruto always ignored her, but due to Pakura's constant requests he gave in and told him his name. Now Naruto and Pakura are seen in a base which was an Orochimaru base, where upon entering and walking for a few minutes they saw some scientists who were experimenting with some boys and a red-haired girl that Naruto could recognize as an Uzumaki. Scientist X, who are you and how did you find this base? He said, looking at Naruto and Pakura. Naruto, it was you who gave the girl those scars, he asked in an ice-cold manner, turning to look at the scientists, who, although they could not see Naruto's eyes, could feel his murderous intent. Scientist X, yes, and what are you going to do about it? He said nervously, but his head was cut off by a kunai. Everyone turned to see the person responsible and saw Naruto with his hand outstretched. The other scientists started to attack, but Pakura burned them alive by throwing a fireball at each one of them. Pakura, nobody touches my master. Naruto, hey, what's your name? He said, looking at the red-haired girl. Karen, my name is Karen Uzumaki. Pakura Uzumaki. Naruto, okay, then come with me, I don't plan on leaving my blood in this place. Karen, you are also an Uzumaki. Naruto, yeah, so let's go, this place disgusts me. Karen, wait, can we also take my friends? They are the last ones who protected me when those scientists hurt me by wanting to experiment with my blood. Naruto, this one turned to see the other boys. Juice, my name is Juice and I thank you with all my heart for saving our lives. Suigetsu, I am Suigetsu and I also thank you for saving my life. Kinamaru, my name is Kinamaru Kagaya and thank you for saving us, I swear I will be loyal to you and the lady. Karen, what is your name? Naruto Uzumaki. Let's go, he said, leaving the cave, being followed by his now group, where upon leaving Naruto launched a fire jutsu, destroying the entire cave, leaving only the ashes. In Konoha. Minato, good morning sensei. Jiraiya, hi Minato, I see you're having trouble with the paperwork, hahaha. Minato, because he had to remind me some clue about that demon. Jiraiya, not even the other villages which gave up on their search found him. Minato, to find him and bring him to Konoha so Menma and Narumi can control the chakra of the damned fox even easier, and more importantly so he could be a weapon for the village. I don't know how that didn't come to my mind before. Jiraiya, you're not the same as before Minato, now you spend your time in your office instead of spending time with your family, and if you want to spend time with them it's because you just want to unhinge your grief by having sex with Kushina, although you know very well that Kushina can kill you if you try that again. It's not for nothing that she's one of the strongest women on the continent. Minato, keep investigating sensei, we have to find him before the other villages decide to look for him once again. Jiraiya, okay. Time skip. With Naruto. You can see Naruto facing Zabusa Momochi, one of the 7 swordsmen of the mist, who was on the ground with a few serious wounds. Zabusa, okay, I accept my defeat, he said, looking at his companion who was also on the ground with a few wounds not as serious as him, and some chains which held her back and a few burns. Naruto, I will still help you in the civil war that is taking place in Kirigakure. Zabusa, the reason for your help. Naruto, if there is a civil war, that means that its inhabitants should be suffering more than children. Zabusa, nothing is free, I imagine. Naruto, for me yes, because as I said, I don't want those children to go through what I went through years ago. Pakura, Master Sama must have suffered a lot to say that. Karen, Naruto-sama's chakra doesn't lie, He actually wants to help in that war. What happened to him to say that he doesn't want those children to go through the same thing as him? She thought worriedly while she put on the glasses that Naruto gave her. Naruto and his group along with Zabuza and his companions set out for Kirigakure no Sato, where their Kage went crazy overnight and started a civil war wanting to eliminate the entire species that had a bloodline. Share. Chapter 3. In Kirigakure. In a very well hidden place, Naruto is seen together with his group and Zabuza together with his companion arriving at said hiding place where they saw 4 guards. Guard X, it's nice to see you again, Zabuza-san. Zabuza, good morning. Larex, although Mei-sama does not think about that case, she is upset, she said while remembering a certain woman who is upset since Zabuza left 3 years ago and still has not returned. Guard X, Zabuza-san, who are they? He said looking at Naruto and his companions. Zabuza, we'll see that later, but let them pass, they're coming with me, he said as he entered the hiding place. They all walked for a few minutes where they saw one or another ninja training or civilians doing civilian things, although something that made Naruto sad, although he did not show it, was seeing how some children who despite eating something still were not enough, and at first glance you could see how dying they were. Naruto, don't worry, I'll make sure you eat well and that you don't lack anything, I swear. Mei, until you deigned to come. Zabuza Momochi, did you remember that this is where you lived? Because if that is the case you want me to kill you, said the voice of a woman who came out of a store revealing herself with long, spiky red hair, but what was striking was that she had a part of her hair pointing to the sky. Green eyes, although only one of her eyes could be seen since part of her hair covered one of her eyes, and red lips. This woman was none other than Mei Terumi, leader of the resistance army. In a few words, she was the leader of the army that did not agree with the plans that Mitsuki Jigura had. Zabuza, Mei-sama, everything has an explanation, he said nervously, knowing very well what his leader is like when he gets angry. Mei, then also talk about who they are, and what Pakura of the burning element does here and those children. Zabuza, well, Mei-sama, answering your first question, the reason I didn't come when I was supposed to is that I told myself that maybe after this war we might not have an economy since there is a probability that we won't get missions. So I decided to hunt down some renegade ninjas or criminals from the A-rank bingo book so that I would have money for the village. Mei, I see a good excuse now. Zabuza, it's not an X. Mei, continue or I'll kill you. Zabuza, and answering your second question, I came across this smoke of a person, 2 of them without Uzumakis, and one of them is a Kagaya. There is also Pakura of the burn element. To Pakura I proposed that she help us in the war, and that she live here in Kiri, but she refused. Therefore I challenged her to a fight where if I won she would help us and live here in Kiri, but if she wins I would leave her alone. But instead of facing her I faced the Uzumaki boy where he defeated me. Mei, if I defeat you, what are you doing here? Perhaps that Uzumaki boy wants revenge. Zabuza, he came to help us in this war. According to him, he does not want civilians and children to go through what happened, more than we are in a war. Mei, I see. She turned to see the Naruto group looking at them from head to toe. Hello, my name is Mei Terumi, leader of the resistance army. Karen, hello, nice to meet you, Miss Mei. My name is Karen Uzumaki. Kinamaro, I am Kinamaro Kagaya. Juice a taste. Suigetsu, my name is Suigetsu. Pakura, even though you already know me. Naruto Uzumaki. Mei, Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki, the son of Kushina, and Minato, the son who defected, having the soul of the snow fox Kyuubi tails. Minutes later. Naruto, so will you let us help in this war? I asked, looking at Mei. Mei, you should know that you will go to war, you will see people die, you will even have to kill, are you ready for that? She said and asked, would it be? Naruto, I've already killed to survive, so that won't affect me. Mei, and you, she said, turning to see Karen, Yugo, Suigetsu, and Kinamaro. Kinamaro, I killed when I was even smaller to survive, and I had to kill once more when I was in Orochimaru's damn clutches, so that doesn't affect me. Yugo, it doesn't affect me. I saw some members of my clan die before my eyes, and I had to kill Kinamaro when he was in Orochimaru's clutches, so don't worry about my Lady Mei. Suigetsu, I saw people die when I was in Orochimaru's clutches. I also had to kill so that I could at least survive. Karen, I saw my mother die before my eyes, and when I was in the damn hands of Orochimaru I had to kill a few to survive because they gave me and my brothers nothing to eat. Naruto. Pakura, I think they shouldn't have said that again in front of Master Sama, she thought while simultaneously watching Naruto clench his fists, as he heard each word from his companions plus Karen's words. That undoubtedly made Naruto's blood boil. May, these children suffer a lot from us, I see. I'm sorry to remind you of that. Naruto, and well. May, okay, I'll let you help us. In the Mitsukage Tower. Mitsukage, Yagura? I'm tired of waiting. People with bloodlines must be exterminated as soon as possible. Time skip. The civil war in Kirigakure no Sato had begun as the resistance had come out of hiding, something that the Mitsukage took advantage of and sent all his ninjas into battle, ordering them not to leave anyone alive and at the slightest opportunity to kill someone with a bloodline. Karen was in a shop healing wounded ninjas with the shadow clones that Naruto had taught her when he saw her great chakra. He had also taught her medical ninjutsu since he forbade her from giving her blood, not caring that any ninja was about to die. Kinamaro, Shiketsu and Jug were in charge of the entrance of the store where Karen was since for some reason the Yagura ninjas found out and went to attack the store, but Kinamaro, Suigetsu, and Jug defeated them, although they only left him unconscious since they knew that they were not acting on their own but were forced. While Pakura is together with Zabusa and Haku, they were on the front line of combat where they destroyed their enemies plus Pakura, who did everything quickly. Haku, Pakura-san, why so hurried? Pakura, I want to go with Naruto-sama. I don't want anything bad to happen to him. I have to be there for him and protect him from everything. Zabusa, you are very loyal to the boy, but don't worry. Don't forget that that boy defeated me. He didn't use all his power, so trust him, he will be fine. Haku, I'm right about Zabusa. Pakura, I hope you are well, Master Sama. With Naruto. Naruto along with Mei had arrived where Yagura was, where they saw how he was in his Bijuu form and was destroying everyone without mercy, although Naruto along with Mei saw a 3-tomo Sharingan in the only eye visible in the Bijuu. Mei, I knew it, he was always manipulated. Naruto, get ready, I'll take out the Bijuu. Mei, yes, I will take care of Yagura and you of the Bijuu, she said it would be, although not very convinced about leaving the boy alone with the Bijuu, although the plan was already being carried out, and no modifications can be made. Naruto, Fuinjutsu Uzumaki, Sakani Hyubi Bijuu, Bijuu extraction, he said, making a hand pose and then touching the Bijuu and starting to get Yagura out of it. Yagura, HAA, he screamed in pain as he felt how little by little he was taken out of his Bijuu, but before doing anything he was sent flying by a kick from Mei. Mei, be careful Naruto, she said worriedly, looking at Naruto who did not answer her. Mei did not say anything else and went after Yagura. The 3-tailed Bijuu, upon seeing Naruto, growled and threw a punch at him with one of its tails, something that Naruto dodged with difficulty since he still did not control the Fuinjutsu jutsu he used well. Naruto, I have to finish this quickly. Naruto and the 3-tailed Bijuu were fighting for a few minutes where either one backed down. The Bijuu threw one or another Bijuu Dama at Naruto, but they did not touch him, or Naruto threw one or another jutsu counterattacking the Bijuu Dama. The fight continued where this time Naruto gave one or another hit to the Bijuu, also threw one or another elemental jutsu, but carefully so as not to damage it since he only wanted to distract it. Naruto, now, flame chains, he said, seeing how the Bijuu was distracted, and took advantage, and took out some red chains from his back and cornered the Bijuu, which struggled to get away. Bijuu 3, growling. Naruto, hey you, if you're the one controlling the Bijuu, the next time you mess with Kirigakure again I'll kill you. I won't let you escape like last time, fake Madara Uchiha. Bijuu, Naruto, Kai, he raised 2 fingers and took the Bijuu out of the genjutsu he was in. Bijuu 3, what happened? He looked everywhere but his gaze focused on Naruto. He wanted to do something but he saw the chains, and when he saw them he was paralyzed because he knew perfectly well that he couldn't do anything with those chains. Naruto, hey, calm down, I won't hurt you or anything, and that's it, he said, removing his chains and freeing the Bijuu. If you want, you can go since Mei doesn't plan on sealing you, but don't go far from Kiri's borders, because if you do, the other villages will take advantage and capture you. Bijuu 3, thanks, what's your name? Naruto Uzumaki, he said, but then fell to the ground but was caught by the Bijuu, using that Fuinjutsu jutsu, and the flame chains that I don't control well left me exhausted. Bijuu 3, thanks Naruto Uzumaki, he said, leaving Naruto under a rock and then leaving. Pakura, I love Naruto. Pakura, he thought, seeing Pakura approaching from afar, but then he fell unconscious. With me. Mei was seen in front of a Yagura which was on the ground with many very serious burns. Mei, Yagura, I know you heard me. You were the best Mitsukage that Kirigakure has ever had. You always cared about your people. You put your life before your people instead of your own. You held the name of the village high. Without a doubt you were the best Mitsukage of Kirigakure. Yagura, growling. Mei, rest in peace. I will take care of returning the glory that Kirigakure no Sato had, the most beautiful village of all. Yagura, die. This one didn't end as his head was cut off by Mei. Mei, rest in peace, Yagura-sama. I swear that I will once again raise the name of Kirigakure no Sato, she said, crying. Yagura, thank you, Mei Terumi. I'll leave it to you, he said with a smile, closing his eyes. Chapter 4. In Konoha. Jiraiya, Minato, I have something important to tell you that you will also have to tell the council. Minato, what is sensei? Jiraiya, the war in Kirigakure is over. Minato, seriously, who won? Jiraiya, the resistance army led by Mei Terumi. Minato, Mei Terumi, he said in a cold sweat, as he knew that this woman was just as powerful as his wife Kushina Uzumaki and even as powerful as Mikoto Uchiha. Jiraiya, yes, I also heard that they had help from some people who they now consider their heroes. Among those people, this Pakura of the burning element apparently is together with other people who decided to help the war in Kirigakure, where she is now considered one of Kiri's heroes. Minato, Pakura of the burn element is with Kiri, he said, sweating even more, since that was undoubtedly bad. Now I regret having rejected the 2 requests that Kirigakure sent. Jiraiya, as one of those heroes was saying, he was also able to get the Bijuu out of Yagura without killing him. He was also able to defeat the Bijuu in a fight. Minato, what? Jiraiya, I think it was a bad idea to refuse to help them in that war, and even more so when they finished the war and sent us a message for an alliance, and rejecting it, I think it was foolish on our part. Minato, you don't even have to say it now. Kiri will surely not sit idly by after a war, and I imagine that the other villages should already know that the war is over, and they wouldn't be so stupid to attack it, since having Zabusa Momochi, Mei Terumi, and even Pakura, and more so that person who defeated the 3-tailed Bijuu, would be suicide. Jiraiya, you're right. Minato, who is your current Mitsukage so we can see if we can have an alliance? Jiraiya, I'm afraid that won't be possible since their current Kage is Mei Terumi, and as you know, it was she who sent the message for help that we flatly rejected. Minato, damn it, he said, dropping into his chair. Jiraiya, I will continue investigating. Minato, okay, I'll talk to the council about this. In Kirigakure. Naruto, he slowly opened his eyes, looking around where he saw his group sleeping next to him. Karen, she woke up suddenly as she felt Naruto's chakra moving. Naruto-sama woke up. Kinamaru, Naruto-sama finally wakes up. Juice, we were worried about you, you were unconscious for 3 weeks. Naruto, 3 weeks, although it is to be expected. I was a little hesitant. Suigetsu, hello Naruto-sama. Pakura, Naruto-sama finally wakes up. I was very worried about you, she said, hugging Naruto, not wanting to let go. Mei, I heard Naruto's name, did he wake up? She said, entering the room where she saw Pakura hugging an awake Naruto. Kinamaru, Pakura-sama, let Naruto-sama breathe, that prevents him from breathing. Pakura, he 100. Naruto, whatever. Mei, hello Naruto. Naruto. Mei, I don't know why I'm not surprised, haha, well hey, I want to tell you something and propose something to you. Naruto, Mei, I want to thank you and your friends for helping us. I will definitely be in your debt, and you too, she said, kneeling before everyone. Naruto, yes, he just did the right thing. Mei, well, what I want to propose to you is that you join Kirigakure. You say that, I imagine you don't know where to go. Naruto, It's true that the other villages have stopped looking for me, even so if they see me they won't hesitate to want to capture me, Pakura, whatever your decision is, I will support it, Naruto-sama. Karen, us too. Naruto, okay, I'll stay. May, yes, thanks my hero, he said, throwing himself to hug Naruto but crashed into an invisible wall. What is this? Naruto, May, because Pakura can hug you and I can't, she said, pouting, looking like a little girl. Naruto, it's true. How is it that Pakura can pass my barrier if the only ones who could are Irene, Suki and Yudahime, but unlike Pakura she passes it with ease. Time skip. May, Ayo, something's wrong, May-sama. May, yes, I have many problems, Ayo, among them not only the paperwork but also because of Yagura who killed our entire spy network. We don't know what can happen. Naruto, for the paperwork you use clones and for the spy network I'll take care of it, he said, entering the office with his group and Zabusa and Haku. May, who they finally arrive. Wait, clones, how did I not think of that? Haku, go, Naruto-san just discovered the worst enemy of a Kage. May, well, leaving that aside, what are you trying to say? You can take care of the spy network. Naruto, easy, I'll create a spy network to keep us informed of everything. May, I see, and how do you plan to do it since I called you to for some reason? Naruto, I have my tricks, May. Ayo, boy for you it's Mitsukuge-sama. May, shut up or I'll kill you. Ayo, L100 May-sama. Zabusa, even he is afraid of him. May, I see, can you explain to me how Naruto-kun will work? Pakura, like Naruto-kun don't come near my master. Naruto, years ago I created a jutsu. That jutsu is like clones only made of blood. In a few words they are blood clones. I was also able to create a henge. Said henge can transform into any person. It can even have their voice and chakra except for their Kekkei Genkai if they have one. But for the others everything is fine. May, are you saying that with those clones we can create our own spy network? I asked, surprised like the others. Naruto, yes, even more so with the help of my summons, which would be very helpful for the spy network. Zabusa, just wow. May, there is a probability that you will teach those clones and henge to some ninjas who may want to be spies. Of course, they will only be under my orders and yours since you will be in charge of directing the spy network, and you will keep me informed of everything. Naruto, I don't see the problem. May, so two problems solved. Zabusa, then why did Mitsukuge-sama call us? May, I called you because I want you to be the genin team of this generation since there are no teams since Yagura destroyed the academy and prevented any teacher from teaching. Juice, and what will the team be like? May, Zabusa, you will be the sensei of Team 1, which is made up of Haku since she, despite being an experienced ninja, is still better off being a genin, and her other companions are Yugo and Suigetsu. Zabusa, being a jounin is fine. May and Pakura, I want you to be the sensei of Team 2, which is made up of Kinamaru Kagaya, Karen Uzumaki, and Naruto Uzumaki. Pakura, I don't want to do D-rank missions. May, don't worry, they won't do D-rank missions, they will do C-rank missions and above. But it will be rare that from time to time they will give you 1 or 2 A or B rank missions. Note, I don't know much about B rank missions, so here it will be that B rank missions are missions where you will have to watch Renegade D and C rank ninjas and interrogate them in order to get what you want. Zabusa. May, well, here is a mission for each one. Naruto, no, they didn't receive missions. May, yes, but when you were unconscious I took advantage and made an alliance with a small village that benefits us in culture. In Konoha. Ninja Academy. Irika, good morning guys, I just came to tell you what team you will be on and what sensei you will have. Team 6, Hikaru Hikari, Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki and Suki Uchiha Jounin Sensei Kushina Uzumaki. Team 7, Sakura Haruno, Menma Namikaze Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha Jounin Sensei Kakashi Hataki. Chapter 5. In Konoha. Training Camp Number 6. Kushina, good morning girls. Team 6, good morning Kushina Sensei Oca-san. Kushina, Narumi, how many times will I have to tell you to call me Kushina-sensei when we are in a team meeting or in teams? Narumi, 100 and 100 is the custom. Suki, what is mom doing here? She thought, looking at her mother Mikoto. Mikoto, mother and daughter look alike. I thought about Kushina and Narumi's interruption. Kushina, well, Team Kushina, I called you because I wanted to tell you two things. First, I signed you up for the Chunin exams. Hikaru, the exams allow us to do missions of another caliber such as C, B and A rank missions, although it is rare for a Chunin to have to do an A rank mission. Kushina, indeed my dear Hikaru. Narumi, if we pass the exams we will stop doing D rank missions, she asked desperately, since she was fed up with so many D rank missions that the stupid civilians could do on their own, but since they are idiots they spend their time losing their money. Kushina, that's right. Narumi, Hikaru, yes. Suki. Hikaru, come on Suki, admit it, you're also glad you're not doing D-rank missions anymore, she said to her best friend with a smile, while wrapping her hand around her neck. Suki, yes, she said without enthusiasm. Mikoto. Kushina, and the second thing is that in the little time left we will train, she said with an evil smile. Hikaru, no, we were on vacation, and we still have a week left. And we also have to do missions, I repeat myself since I knew perfectly well what Kushina is like in training. Kushina, your vacation ends today, and about the missions, what about that? If your mission story is a total success, 800D rank missions, 400C rank and 100B rank, all that without a single failed mission and with the help of the shadow clones. Narumi, but what is Mikoto-san doing here? Mikoto, I'm here to help you train. For example, I can train Suki with her Sharigan, and Hikaru I can teach him some other jutsu. Kushina, and I can teach Narumi 1 or 2 jutsus, plus train her in her control of the Kagura Eye, an ability of the Uzumaki clan, also with the Dijitsu of said clan, and Hikaru can also teach her 1 or 2 jutsus since she has a lot of potential and it would be good to take it to the maximum, ha ha ha. Narumi, you are not like that, or if Mikoto-sama is not like Kushina-sensei, she asked with puppy eyes. Mikoto, he just turned his gaze pretending he didn't hear what Narumi said, because if he answered her it would give them a trauma knowing what he had prepared for both of them in his training. Team 6, we're going to die. Kushina, but first we will go eat something. Mikoto pays, she said with an angelic smile, looking at one of her best friends who was scared when she saw Kushina's angelic smile along with Team Kushina. Mikoto and Kushina, well, let's go to the one who will get energy for his torture in these 3 months. In Kiri. May, I see you arrived, she said, watching the Pakura team enter her office. Ayo, that brat doesn't know what manners are, he thought, watching Naruto as he entered without knocking. Pakura, why did May-sama call us? May, I'm going to tell them that I signed them up for the Chunin exams. At first I only wanted to write to the Zabusa team, but I found out that the other big villages will participate, so it's better for the best Kiri team to participate and see that we haven't lost our strength. Pakura, it would be fun to see Raza's stupid face when she sees me, since she surely wants me to return to Suna, she said at first mockingly but at the end with sarcasm and anger. May, and I'm not going to allow it. He sent you to kill me. That's proof. And he has no right to come and demand that I let you go. I'm not going to let you go, Naruto. Naruto, May, you deserted on your own. Minato won't have much reason either, since you left being just a civilian, and even if he comes to demand it, I will put him in his place. I don't plan on giving my ninjas to anyone, she said seriously, abandoning her cheerful and childish manner for a few moments. Pakura, thank you, May-sama. Naruto, whatever. Ayo, be grateful at least. May, shut up, otherwise I'll kill you this time. Year. May, okay, Team 2, get ready because in 3 months there will be the Chunin exams, and when you make a good impression. Time skip 3 months. In Konoha. In this village you could see many genin teams which came to take the Chunin exams. Each genin team was almost recognized by the large elemental villages, such as, for example, the Awagakure no Sato team is made up of Kuratsuchi, granddaughter of the Tsuchikage, Then there is Atsuya Tatsumaki, also granddaughter of the Tsuchikage and member of the Atsuya clan, and finally Mario Leona Vermilion, heir to the head of the Vermilion clan. Said team is recognized for having done many B and few A rank missions for a team composed only of genins, and more importantly for not having failed any mission. Kuratsuchi, granddaughter of the Tsuchikage, also known as the demon for her behavior that is almost identical to that of Kushina Uzumaki alias the Bloody Habanero, and for her very good control of her rock element. Tatsumaki Atsuya, granddaughter of the Tsuchikage, also known as Tragic Tornado for her very good control of her telekinesis, a new KK Genkai Dijitsu that appeared in Maguekio along with a few users of said KK Genkai Dijitsu. Mario Leona Vermilion, known as the Queen of Fire for being able to control fire at will, is also the heiress of a new clan that appeared in Maguekio looking for a home to live. Konoha no Sato Team 6, composed of Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki, daughter of Minato Namikaze, the Yellow Lightning of Konoha, and Kushina Uzumaki, the Bloody Habanero of Konoha, and at the same time one of the most powerful kunoichis in the entire continent. Hikaru Hikari, a simple civilian who, despite being just a civilian, is very powerful since her behavior is almost identical to the Bloody Habanero when she is in a fight, and more importantly her KK Genkai Dijitsu is very powerful despite the fact that she does not control it well. And Tsuki Uchiha, the second ghost Uchiha, daughter of Fugaku Uchiha, and Mikoto Uchiha, the queen of Amaterasu. Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki, known as Suki Uchiha, known as the second ghost Uchiha, or the queen of the Sharingan, or the future queen of the Amaterasu, although she does not yet have the Maguekio Sharingan, the second ghost Uchiha, because the few members of the Uchiha clan that remain ignore her for not being almost equal to them, causing Suki Uchiha herself to proclaim herself the second ghost Uchiha. Hikaru Hikari, known as the new flickering body, although her technique jutsu is different from that of Shursui Uchiha, the flickering body is also known for her very good control in her kenjutsu, sword style, and as the future Bloody Habanero for her behavior identical to Kushina Uzumaki, the Bloody Habanero. When she is in a fight, her behavior changes and becomes identical to that of Kushina Uzumaki. Kirigakure no Sato Team 2, consisting of Kinamaru Kagaya, the boy Kagaya, Karen Uzumaki, and Naruto Terumi. They do not have a nickname because they did not want to draw too much attention. Team 1 of Kyumogakure no Sato, made up of Samui alias the future Queen of Lightning, Darui, known for his good spindle not only in kenjutsu but also with black lightning, and finally Karui, known a little for her good use in kenjutsu. Samui is a civilian who, despite being a simple civilian, is very strong. She possesses the lightning element and has a good command of it. She is a little good at kenjutsu, but what characterizes her the most is taijutsu. Darui is a civilian who, despite being a civilian, is so to speak a master with his lightning element, which for some reason is black, and he is also good with kenjutsu. Karui, despite being a civilian, is a little good with kenjutsu but not as much as her teammates, since according to her she doesn't want to draw attention, and that could cost her a lot in the future. The Sunigakure no Sato team, made up of Temari no Sabaku, Kenkuro no Sabaku, and Gara no Sabaku, both genins, are the children of the Kazakage, a team that does not like to attract attention, although that is only for the older brothers since the younger brother Gara no Sabaku always did his thing on missions. The Kages of the big villages knew perfectly well what the Kirigakure Team 2 was capable of, since according to some reports from their ambush which they saw with their own eyes, how that Kiri team faced an army of almost 100 renegade ninjas rank B and some rank A. Seeing them as simple inserts, the Kirigakure Team 2 made them bite the ground to such renegades. That is why the Kages knew perfectly well that Kiri team did not want to attract attention for some unknown reason. Chapter 6. In Konoha Ninja Academy. Karen, it's here. Kinamaru. I think it's not a genjutsu like the other room downstairs, he replied to his younger sister, not by blood, seeing the real room where the first stage of the Chunin exams would take place. Karen, here is 100 Suigetsu chakra and played. Naruto opened the door where everyone turned to look at them. Some broke into a cold sweat when they saw them, but others wanted to get past and sent their killer instincts at him, but said team didn't flinch and left with the other Kiri team, which were a little far away from the others. Karen, we have something on our face for them to be watching us, she said, looking at everyone, sending her own killer instinct, making the entire academy tremble, leaving everyone surprised except the IWA team, the Konoha Team 6, and the Kumo team. Juice, wow, I thought it would take longer. Karen, you're talking to an Uzumaki. You should already know that silly low-level genjutsus don't work on an Uzumaki, she said, adjusting her glasses. Kinamaru, training all this time with Pakura-sensei, he definitely hit you with his behavior. Suki, she looked at Naruto, not caring that some people looked at her strangely for not taking her eyes off him. Hikaru, it's the no. Suki, yes. Ibiki, good morning, pair of lizards. I'm Ibiki and I along with my colleagues will be your teachers. Now I want to see you sitting in 10 seconds, and if I see one of you still standing after 10 seconds you will be eliminated from the exams along with your team. Now sit down, he said seriously when everyone was already seated. Marieleona Karui, Konoha people are super strange. Ibiki proceeded to explain everything to the genin. I'm too lazy to write, so I'll skip it. Everyone had started the exams where almost everyone realized the meaning of the exams, so they started to copy each other, but more of those who did know the answers. Karen along with Narumi used their Kagura eye on one or another genin who knew the answer. Sasuke used his Sharingan copying the movements of the genin. Gaara used his sand eye. Ino her Dijitsu memorizing the answers she saw, and so it was for all the genin except two of them, which were Naruto. He answered the questions normally and successfully, since for him, all the questions were easy, since even though he left Konoha, that did not prevent them from continuing to do their exercises, and it did not prevent him from continuing his studies. Marieleona, shit, this is what happens to me for not paying attention in class. Crap, if I don't get a perfect score MOM will kill me. Haya, what am I doing? Kuratsuchi and the dwarf are far away from me, and those next to me, one is a damn idiot who is copying, and the other is answering the questions as if nothing, and if I copy in him, ha 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 ha, you are a great genius, Marieleona Vermilion, you are a genius, ha 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 ha, she thought proudly of herself while, discreetly, she copied in Naruto. In the Namikaze Uzumaki house. Kushina. I feel the chakra of two Uzumakis. One of them should be that Karen Uzumaki ninja of Kiri, although the other chakra, something tells me that I felt it somewhere. Maybe it is not impossible he cannot be here. Thought it would be, since the barrier that created to cover the village leader the ability to feel the chakra of any person and even allows him to know their intentions, and at this moment, apart from feeling the chakra of his children which were Uzumakis, also felt the chakra of two other Uzumakis. In the exams. Ibiki, put down your pencils, the exam is over. Couple of push-ups, he said, watching everyone put down their pencils. Very well, I have a very difficult question, and if you feel that you cannot answer it, you can leave and be able to pass the exam in the following exams. But whoever stays and does not answer the question correctly will not only be eliminated from the exams, but will also never be able to take the exams again in their lives. So you have 3 minutes to think about your decision, whether to answer the question or leave and take the exams another day. Almost everyone began to think about whether to leave and take the exams or to stay and answer the questions, but they were afraid, because if they stayed, it was not for nothing that Konoha was the most powerful village of all the 5. Some teams, without saying anything, stood up and left the room without saying a word. Ibiki, well, any team that wants to withdraw because the question will be difficult. All. Ibiki, very well, you are moving on to the next round of the Chunin exams. Congratulations, he said, leaving everyone surprised and confused. All that. Ibiki, it was a test in which you will have to make tough decisions when you are Chunin. Any decision should be taken literally. You should think about it, and more importantly, you should make the right decision. For example, those who just left obeyed their instincts and left. That is the case for you. You stayed because your instincts knew you were ready to answer the false question. All. Marieleona, and this exam that they will do with the Ibiki, that exam was a test to see how you copy each other. In a few words, it was a stealth exercise where you shouldn't be detected, therefore that exam will be thrown away except for yours, since the Tsuchikage asked that your exam be sent to IWA. Marieleona, what? Tatsumaki, that's what you get for not paying attention at the academy. Marieleona, what did you say, you damn 1-meter dwarf? She said, looking angrily at her teammate. Tatsumaki, who did you call a damn dwarf? I'm also 1.10 meters tall, she said angrily. But before they both jumped out to buck each other from the window, 2 kunais came in with a sign that said the Hexy and beautiful Enko Mitarashi. Enko, Hi brats, I'm Anko Mitarashi and I'll be in charge of guiding you to the second stage of the Chunin exams. Ibiki, you know I'm here, he said, coming out from behind the sign. Anko, whatever brats, I want you at training camp number 44. I imagine you already know where it is, so you want to hurry up. Minutes later. Anko, okay brats, the exam consists of me giving you a scroll. It can be one from the earth or the sky, and if that's the case, if you have one from the earth, you'll have to look for one from the sky, or if you have one from the sky, you have to look for one from the earth, and to look for it, you have to take it from each other. Well, if you already have both scrolls, go to the tower in the forest, where you can open the scroll, but don't open it in the forest for anything in the world, although, well, if you open it, it's your problem. All. Anko, but first sign this. This will say that Konoha is not responsible for their deaths if they die in the forest. Minutes later. Naruto, this one felt the presence of Anko behind him. Anko, my dear Hexygenin, it is rude not to pay attention to the explanations, you know, she said with a smile, letting her tongue out. Naruto, if you don't want me to cut off that disgusting tongue, take it out in front of me because you disgust me, he said in a cold voice, leaving Anko surprised but before moving. Anko, what can I help you with? She said to a ninja who had a kunai held in his tongue. Oto ninja, here is your kunai, presenter-chan. Anko, thanks, but stay away from me. Naruto, and you get away from me because my patience is reaching its limits. Anko, ha ha ha, calm down Genin-chan, she said, walking away. Suki. Anko, well, now everyone has a scroll, so you can go. We'll see each other in a week, well, if you're not qualified or if you don't die, hee hee. Minutes later. With Kiri Team 1. Yugo, okay Suigetsu, Haku, we have to find a scroll from the earth. Suigetsu, and speaking of land, look at one there, he said, pointing to a team which had a scroll of land. Hee hee, who would have thought? We barely set foot in this forest, and we already find a scroll, hee hee. Haku, let's not be overconfident. Don't forget what Sabusa-sensei didn't say. Team 1, do not trust anything in the world. It does not matter if the enemy is weak or if he is on the ground. That can be a weak point for us, and the enemy can take advantage of it. Juice, well then we'll act like this. Genin X, who will we find with a scroll from heaven? Genin X, I don't know, but it will be easy. But their conversation was interrupted as one of them was frozen. The others went to look for the person responsible, but once again another one of them fell. Only this time it was because of a water jutsu, and the last one fell because an animal crushed him. Haku, good plan, Juice-san. Juice, thank you, he said, picking up the scroll. Now we have to go to the tower in this forest, but be careful because we have both scrolls and at any moment any team can come and try to take them from us. With IWA Team 5. Damn, my team abandoned me, it doesn't matter. I'll take the exam on my own, find the scrolls on my own, and maybe make some friends. With IWA Team 6. Mario Leona, TKS. Kuratsuchi, what's up, Mirio? Mario Leona, Fu's team is here, but Fu is not with them. Tatsumaki, that means they abandoned her, she said angrily. Kuratsuchi, what if we take away his scroll? Look, they have one of heaven and responsibility. Mario Leona Tatsumaki, we have the scroll of the earth. Mario Leona, I will burn you alive for abandoning my friend, you damn idiots. With Konoha Team 6. Narumi, it was easy to find a scroll, she said with an angelic smile. Hikaru, it was because some idiots who had the scroll we were missing attacked us without having a plan in mind, he said, looking at a genin team who were on the ground badly injured. Suki, next time just put him under a genjutsu and that's it. Narumi, we wanted to test our strength a little, Suki-chan. Suki, anyway, let's go to the tower. Hikaru, now that I realize you have the same behavior as 2 months before he left, haha, he said with a smile, looking at his best friend. Suki. Narumi, hey girls, we're a team, come on, tell me who you're talking about. With Kiri Team 2. Kinamaro, now heading to the tower. Karen, next time don't jump at us or the other team like animals, you pair of idiots, she said, seeing a badly injured genin team. Naruto, let's go. With Kumo Team 1. Darui, I'm sorry for you, he said, seeing an unconscious genin team with some injuries. Darui, next time think before attacking someone, not only power counts, you couple of idiots. Samui, let's go now. Chapter 7. The Hokage along with the former Hokage were surprised by what they were reading, as some teams were able to pass the second test of the Chunin exams in record time, surpassing the old record of Itachi Uchiha. Konoha Team 6, Kiri Team 1 and 2, IWA Team 6 along with a girl who was apparently abandoned by her team, and Kumo Team 1 were able to pass the exam in record time, even though not even a day had passed and they had already arrived at the Forest Tower. In the Tower of the Forest of Death, the genin who had passed the exams were outside the tower, where they could see the two Hokages, Kushina the Bloody Habanero, Swanda the Sannin of the Slugs, Jiraiya the Sannin of the Toads, and the clan leaders along with the Hokage advisors. Naruto Samui, since when are there so many people in a Chunin exam test? Shouldn't they be in the last stage of the exams? Karen, she felt someone's gaze on her, and when she turned around she saw Kushina looking at her, but then she smiled at her, but Karen ignored her. Minato, good morning everyone. First of all, I want to congratulate you for having arrived here. Without a doubt, congratulations, but I fear that there are too many of you to pass to the next and final round of the exams. Therefore, we will have a mini tournament where each one of you will have to face each other, where the winner will go to the next round, and for that you will have to defeat your opponent, or knock him out, but if you wish you can withdraw. If you do not want to go to the next round of the exams, of course you can retake the exams. Some decided to retire. Minato, well, without further ado, let's start with the mini fight that will decide whether they go to the next round. Swanda, I'll leave everything to you. Swanda, good morning everyone. My name is Swanda Senju and I will be in charge of this mini round so that you may move on to the last round of the exams. The minus fights had started where no fight was interesting, even all the fights tied, causing them to be eliminated since a tie could not be achieved to move on to the next round. Swanda, next fight Karen Uzumaki from Kirigakure versus Oto Ninja from Otogakure, he said, but his face showed surprise knowing that there were still Uzumakis alive, although he already knew about Karen, but that did not stop her from being surprised. Juice, good luck sister, don't be overconfident. Karen, only 11 seconds. Kinemaro, Pakura. Karen, only 11 seconds left to win this fight, she said, jumping onto the combat platform under the watchful eyes of everyone and those from Konoha. Swanda, well started. Oto Ninja, this will be easy. Karen, Oto Ninja, after all you are just a puppet of Orochimaru-sama. Karen disappeared in a blink of an eye and appeared in front of the Oto Ninja, giving him a strong punch in the face, but before the Oto Ninja could fly away, Karen had kicked him in the stomach, sending him flying, this time, crashing into a wall of the platform, or rather, what little was left of that wall, since the impact had shattered him. Suigetsu, they think he is alive. Juice, if he's alive, he's a miracle. Karen, I'm not anyone's puppet, except Naruto-sama, much less that damn bucking snake. I'm not like you who lets yourself be manipulated. Be thankful that my sensei forbade me to kill anyone in these exams, because otherwise you would be dead right now, she said seriously, turning around, not caring about the state of the Oto Ninja. Everyone turned to see the Oto Ninja, and when they saw him they were surprised because the Oto Ninja's face was completely recognizable, while he also kept vomiting blood. Swanda, winner Karen Uzumaki from Kirigakure. Mabui, that girl has potential, although it is to be expected she is an Uzumaki, he thought, looking at Karen with a smile. Suigetsu, poor ugly little thing. Pakura, well done Karen, you move on to the last round. Karen, thank you Pakura-sensei. Zabusa, congratulations brat. Karen, hiya, when did he appear there? Zabusa, I was here from the beginning, he replied with a drop of sweat. Karen, shit, it's true, I felt his chakra and I forgot. Minato, that means he controls Kagura's eye and the flame chains, I have to make him come to Konoha. Swanda, next fight Marileona Vermilion from Maguekio vs Ninja Random from XXXX. Marileona, finally my turn, I was getting bored of so many boring fights, she said, jumping onto the platform just like her opponent. Swanda, begin. Kuratsuchi, This fight is over, he said boredly. Tatsumaki, don't even say it. The random ninja launched himself against Mereoleona, but Mereoleona threw a fireball that she created from her hand. Random ninja. But what I don't finish as the fireball hits his face, leaving him out of combat. Mereoleona, come on, that attack was one of the weakest I have, she said, looking with obviously feigned sadness at the random ninja. Swanda, I'm afraid she won't be able to get up, so Mereoleona Vermilion from Maguekio is the winner. Tatsumaki, if you wanted to fight so much, why didn't you play with him? Mereoleona, he is not worthy of seeing my dwarf power. Tatsumaki, who are you calling a dwarf? I'm also 1 meter 10 tall. Mereoleona, yes, whatever, she said, still with feigned sadness. Tatsumaki, growling. Swanda, be you good. Next fight, Fu from Maguekio versus Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki from Konoha. Kuratsuchi, good luck, Fu. Tatsumaki, luck. Fu, thanks friends, he said, jumping onto the platform. Hikaru, good luck, Narumi. Narumi, thanks Hikari, he said, also jumping onto the platform. Swanda, begin. Fu, hey, do you want to be my friend? I asked Narumi, who was confused but when she saw that Fu had no bad intentions in distracting her. Narumi, Ito, you look like you're nice, so why not even if we're from another village? Fu, yes girls, I got a new friend, he said, looking at those from Maguekio. Mereoleona, because this doesn't surprise me. Tatsumaki, Fu, you can't go around asking everyone if they want to be your friends, something could happen to you. Fu, it's a holiday season, well let's start, friend. Narumi, sure. Both of them launched themselves into a hand-to-hand combat where it was clear to the naked eye that Narumi had the advantage. But the fight increased in level as Fu increased the speed of her blows while at the same time flying, but it was still not enough as Narumi kept up with her, and still had the lead. Fu, time to raise the level of this fight, friend, she said while a red chakra appeared on her body. Bijuus 7, I'm here, friend. Hiruzen, a Jinchuriki, because Kushina didn't tell us anything about this. Danzo, interesting Jinchuriki head, but who is the Jinchuriki of the 5 tails and 6 tails and where are they? Bijuus 2, it seems that Komiai gets along well with his Jinchuriki. Bijuus 8, I see you get along well with your Jinchuriki sister, I'm happy for you. Fu's entire body was swept away by a red chakra, but what was striking was that behind her was a tail of chakra. Narumi, she's just like me, a Jinchuriki. Fu launched herself at Narumi at great speed, trying to hit him, but Narumi narrowly dodged her. Fu continued trying to hit Narumi once or twice, and on a few occasions she managed to hit him, but on the others she didn't. Narumi, I'll have to use them and knock him out as quickly as I can. I still don't control them, and if I waste too much time I'll fall unconscious, he thought, but because he was thinking, Fu kicked him, which made Narumi crash into a wall of the platform. Without wasting any time, Fu launched herself towards Narumi but saw how some golden chains were heading her way. Komiai, if you dodge those chains fast, he shouted, but it was too late as the chains cornered Fu. Fu, what is this, he said, feeling how the chakra of his bijou disappeared. It was as if the chakra was absorbed. Komiai, they are the chains of Lamartinez, said. Chains are indestructible. They can steal your chakra. They are even capable of retaining a bijou with ease. Damn it, my chakra. Fu, she saw Narumi behind her with pure surprise when she appeared there. Narumi, it was a good fight, my friend, but I won, she said, hitting Fu on the back of the neck, leaving her unconscious. Lucky I did it quickly. Swanda, winner Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki from Konoha. Kushina, well done Narumi, you see your taijutsu improved a lot, ha ha ha. Narumi, why yes, ha ha ha, you are a demon, Oca-san. Zabusa, interesting, he was able to defeat a Jinchuriki, even though he was also one, and he didn't use his Bijuu's chakra. Minato. The fights continued where this time there were many surprises, among them Kinemaro, who showed that the blood of his clan was still standing, without a doubt something that surprised those of Konoha a lot since they knew what the Kagaya clan was capable of. Another that made an impression was Tatsumaki Atsuya showed a good impression in his mastery of his Kekkei Genkai. Without a doubt he showed why his title alias. Another who also showed a good impression was Samui from Kumogakure. Samui showed a great mastery of the lightning element. Some even began to nickname her the future Queen of Lightning, since the last one who has great control of the lightning element is Mabui alias the Lightning Queen of Kumo. Swanda, next random ninja combat of Oto vs Naruto. Terumi. Wait, Naruto. Note: I know that at the moment I am putting the strong characters against random opponents, but in the last round of the exams I will put the best characters to fight against each other. Hiruzen, Naruto. No, it can't be the Naruto I know, and this one is not the same, and besides this Naruto is called Terumi. Minato, because I had to hear that disgusting name once again. TKS. Pakura, good luck Naruto. Karen, good luck Naruto. Kinemaru Yugo Suigetsu, good luck. Naruto, this disappeared and appeared on the platform. Bijuus-bijuu, Naya Kitty, look at that hottie. It's not every day we see hotties like him, so Hexy, take advantage and grape him. Naya. Yujuto, Matatabi, don't start. Bijuus-bijuu, come on Kitty, don't tell me you don't want to grape him because I will. Yujuto, shut up, she said with a blush. Pakura, oh no, first Mai-sama wants to grape him and now you're doing this. If not, I won't let them grape my Master-sama, although if Master-sama wants, he can play with my body. Swanda, begin. Chapter 8. The Oto ninja would activate his level 2 curse mark, launching himself at Naruto while Naruto had his hands in his pockets, dodging all of the Oto ninja's attacks with ease. Orochimaru, disguised, he doesn't take the fight seriously except that his opponent has a mark that gives him power, and is at his peak, and yet he is calm. Sasuke, so this mark gives me power. Naruto got bored and launched an attack at the Oto ninja which he couldn't dodge. Oto ninja, what was that attack that really hurt? He said, getting up, but he didn't see Naruto, and before looking for him with his eyes, Naruto appeared in front of him, kicking him, sending him crashing into a wall, destroying it to the touch. Oto ninja, damn scum, I'll kill you, he said angrily, but before launching himself once again against Naruto. Damn inserted, how dare you insult my master, said a very deep voice, crushing the Oto ninja. Everyone was surprised as suddenly a large dragon appeared in front of everyone. Said dragon was the size of the snow fox. The Kyuubi tails of Konoha were on guard and ready to attack. Bijuus-bijuu, what is she doing here? She said, scared to see the great dragon. Fu, Komi, what's wrong? Why are you shaking? Komi, Fu, for nothing in the world do you dare to approach that dragon. You heard, for nothing in the world. Bijuus 8, also for you B. Bijuus 1, brat, don't get close or be too smart with that dragon, because if you do, you can't count on me to help you save your ass. Hikaru, Narumi, why are you shaking? Sakura, Menma Baka, what's wrong with you? Why are you shaking? Narumi, Menma, it's not us. Jiraiya, because the Bijuus are shaking. I imagine the Kyuubi too, but because of this. Naruto, Irene, calm down, he said, seeing the dragon in front of him. Irene, growling. Naruto, Irene, I'm calm now. Naruto, this one saw the ninja of Oto unconscious and at the same time unrecognizable. What brings you here? Irene, you say good morning, she said in a scolding manner. Naruto, Irene, you will never change. Well, take it, she said, taking some books out of nowhere. Here is all the information of the members of Akatsuki. Each book has everything about its members as the most important thing in their history, the jutsus or Kekkei Genkai that they have, their likes and dislikes, in a few words, everything, even their weak points. Naruto, I only asked you for information about that organization, not an information plot. Irene, I wanted to make a good impression. Naruto, the Rinnegan, he said, a little surprised seeing the Rinnegan on one of the Akatsuki members. Irene, he is the leader of that organization. He was present when you faced Itami, Uchiha, and Kisame. Naruto, so that chakra was his? Zabuza, he faced Itami, Uchiha, and Kisame. How did he survive? Pakura, I asked myself the same question, she said, since she knew the danger that those two criminals were. It wasn't that she was afraid of them, on the contrary, she didn't care, but knowing that her master faced them certainly intrigued her. Sasuke, growling, he clenched his fists upon hearing on behalf of his older sister. 1. Naruto, could you show me where you were that day? He said, looking at Irene. Irene, sure, she said, and then on one of her legs she showed a hologram in which Naruto was seen in front of Itami and Kisame. Itami, wow, how long no Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki, son of Minato Namikaze, and Kushina Uzumaki Jinchuriki of the soul of the tailed snow fox. He said it would be looking at the one who sometimes also tortured for the simple fact of wearing out his sorrows. Kisame, he doesn't look anything like the fourth Hokage. Itami, new luck. Naruto, TSH, don't call me by the last name Namikaze again. I stopped being that, now I'm Naruto Uzumaki, he replied with a cold voice. Itami. Naruto, what do you want from me? Kisame, we love you, you have the soul of a Bijuu, and to extract the Bijuu from those who have the chakra of the Bijuu, the soul is needed. Itami, you will come with us whether you like it or not, he said as he was about to grab Naruto's shoulder, but Naruto had kicked him in the pit of the stomach, causing Itami to fly out while blood came out of his mouth. Kisame was going to attack, but Naruto also kicked him. Irene, here it is, she said, enlarging the hologram where not much could be seen, just a person who apparently was wearing a black trench coat with red clouds, but what was striking were his purple eyes and a few rings around them. Naruto, Irene, I imagine you realize something, right? She said, removing the hologram, but before that, everyone saw in the hologram a Naruto piercing Itami's heart with a strange sword since it was made in his hand. They also heard something interesting. Naruto, you thought I was still that weak, innocent, gentle child from before. Itami, she spat out a large amount of blood. Naruto, that boy died since I left Konoha. I mean that I gave you, your mother and sister, my trust, but they ended up stabbing me in the back like the others, he said, completely piercing Itami's heart. Itami, HAAAA. Naruto, yes, I noticed that, he replied with boredom. Irene, return to Kiri as quickly as you can. A surprise awaits you, she said, and then shined, and after a few seconds the great dragon would not be seen, but Naruto, you could know what a surprise. Irene, it's a surprise, otherwise it wouldn't be fun, she said with a smile. Narrate, okay, I'll finish these exams and I'll be back, he said, jumping into the chest where his team and Irene were. Irene, I'm sorry for the interruption, can you continue? She said, looking at Swanda with a smile that was clearly very fake. Swanda, oh, of course, the winner is. What should I call you now? If they just revealed your name, I call you Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki or Naruto Terumi, I asked Naruto. Naruto, I'm not a Namikaze. I stopped having that blood a long time ago, so only Naruto Uzumaki, and that's it, he answered seriously. Minato, huh? Swanda, winner Naruto Uzumaki. Those from Konoha. Swanda, this was the last fight for those who did not pass. Do not worry, you will be able to pass the exams once more, while now those who pass go to the last round of the exams. For that they will have a month of rest or training. They can return to their village and return in a month for the last round of the exams. Everyone was about to leave the forest, but Sasuke Uchiha stood in front of Naruto. Kinamaro, Pakura, what's wrong with this brat to block my master's path? Sasuke, hey you damn useless demon, don't touch Itami again, since the last one who should kill him is me and no one else, you hear? Naruto, it's a warning or a threat because she should listen to you. She's a renegade. She's in the bingo book and whoever wants it can go for her reward. Sasuke, growling, damn scum, I told you not to touch her, the last one that should be is me, he said with pure rage, activating his Sharingan, launching himself against Naruto, but Naruto stopped me and hit him as if it were nothing, and then he kicked him in the stomach, sending him crashing against one of the walls of the platform. Everyone could see as Sasuke spitting blood. Mikoto. Naruto, I'm going to kill you, damn cockroach, he said with a sour look while standing in front of Sasuke, but his blow was stopped by Suki. Tomato, that's enough, there's no need to kill him. With just a few hits you can put him back in his place but not kill him, he said seriously, looking directly into the face of his best friend, or maybe ex-best friend. Naruto, why should I do it, he said also seriously, looking at Suki. Sasuke, Gersuki, I don't need your damn help, didn't finish because he received a kick from Hikaru. Shut your mouth and thank your sister for saving your life, you damn idiot, because no one here would have saved your ass for attacking a ninja from another village while taking the Chunin exams. Sasuke, what do you mean? How dare you touch me? Hikaru, that no one, not even the Hokage, would have saved you for having attacked a ninja from another village. They intervened in the fight of the Hyugas because they are part of the same village, but since you attacked a ninja from another village, the rules say that no one, not even the Hokage, can intervene. It doesn't matter if they kill each other, they were going to kill you and you blindly believe that they were going to save you. Sasuke, with fear he turned to see everyone from Konoha, seeing how they looked at everything with indifference, even his father, and to his own surprise also his mother, who didn't seem to care. While Naruto and Suki stared at each other, either of them took their eyes off each other until Irene, Naruto is not worth fighting and waste your chakra on a useless guy with nothing special. Come on, let's go to Kiri. A surprise awaits you, she said, hugging Naruto under the watchful eye of Suki. Suki, grrrr. Mikoto. Hikaru, come on Suki, leave it, there's no need to fight, just put Sasuke in his place, everything's fine, come on, let's go, he said, pulling Suki, who couldn't stop looking at the hug that Irene was still giving Naruto with what seemed to be anger. Naruto, he turned around and left with the Kiri people, then they both headed towards the exit, passing by the Konoha people, completely ignoring them. Kushina, I watched as Naruto ignored her, not caring about anything. Chapter 9. In Kirigakure. May, good morning, how can I help you? How come the almost experts in the seal didn't detect her when she entered the village, she said, seeing a girl. Good morning Mitsukichi-sama, my name is Yurahime Iori. I am in your village because I found out that my boyfriend is here, said the girl, confusing May. May, boyfriend, could you please tell me who he is? Yurahime, it's Naruto Uzumaki. May, what? Ayo, the brat's girlfriend. May, but what if Naruto doesn't have a girlfriend? I was starting to imagine that Pakura is his girlfriend because she doesn't leave him alone. Yurahime, Naruto is someone who keeps his feelings close and keeps his life personal. He should know that, right? May, Naruto may be a ninja from this village, but that doesn't mean he knows what he does in his free time, brat, she replied with a vein in her forehead. Yurahime, whatever Naruto is there. May, this brat, he is in Konoha taking the Chunin exams. I think he is heading here now, she said thoughtfully, but saw how the door opened and knowing who it was she did nothing since only one person enters without knocking. Zabusa, good morning Mitsukichi-sama, he said, bowing like the others except Pakura and Naruto. May, good morning, how did it go? Pakura, we did well, but at the end Naruto-sama's true identity was revealed, she said, to May's confusion. May, as if the Naruto of now and the old one do not look alike at all, although he no longer resembles his father, he resembles his mother Kushina, although only those with a good eye will be able to notice it, she said, confused, since according to the old Kiri spy network, Naruto looked a lot like the Yandere. Only instead of having blonde hair he had red like his mother, the bloody habanero, but now Naruto stopped looking like the Yandere, changing luck. But knowing that they already know who and what Naruto looks like now undoubtedly intrigues May. Zabusa, well, they proceeded to tell her everything in great detail, leaving May a little surprised and with her doubts answered. May, I see. Naruto, he felt Yurahime's chakra, and when he turned to see her he saw her smiling at him. Yurahime. Yurahime, hello Naruto. Naruto. It's not that I dislike your presence, but what are you doing here, and more importantly, how did you find me? He asked, approaching Yurahime. Yurahime, Naruro Terumi, whoever believed that is an idiot when you know that the only survivor of the Terumi clan is Mei Terumi the volcano. That's why I told you that you were in who, she said with a smile, pressing her forehead with Naruto's with a smile. Pakura, who is she? She should be someone important to Master Sama since they look very close. Everyone was surprised to see how Naruto smiled, something they saw as impossible since ever since they met him and their friendship took place. They tried everything to at least see a small or 1,000th smile from Naruto, but they didn't succeed. They even thought that Pakura was able to get a smile out of him since she is the most loyal to Naruto. But once again they were surprised to see Naruto kissing Yurahime. Yurahime, you have a lot to explain to me, Naruto, I whisper in Naruto's ear. Haku, they are a couple. Yudahime, I am not his fiancé since he declared me so, she said calmly, putting her head on Naruto's shoulder. Oh, what? May, not that they were boyfriends, that brat is right. Naruto's life is private, and he can hide many things. I imagine he can tell me something, and that something may not be true. Pakura, Master Sama's fiancé. Master Sama is bad. I want to be his fiancé too. Karen, you could say your name clearly if you want, she said with respect since she was talking to her master's partner. Yudahime. My name is Yudahime Iori, although very soon Yudahime Uzumaki Iori. Kinemaru, Naruto-sama doesn't waste time. May, well, Yudahime, do you want to stay in the village or will you leave again? Yudahime, I want to stay if it's not too much trouble. I also want to be a ninja if it's not too much to ask. May, don't worry, it's not that good. I imagine you wanted to stay with Naruto, so you'll live with him, and to be a ninja of the village you can be one directly, since being the partner of an Uzumaki means that you are not only interesting but also strong with the necessary things that a ninja should know, so you will be a genin of the village. Only that you will pass the Chunin exams in the next exams. Karen agreed with May, since to be a partner of an Uzumaki she should not only have intelligence but also power, and more importantly she should be beautiful, although the latter is not very necessary, but for Naruto it was, according to Karen. But Karen was a little sad for Yudahime since she knew that she was not an Uzumaki, therefore that makes it difficult for her, since being the partner of an Uzumaki, especially if she is not an Uzumaki woman, it will be difficult not only to please the Uzumaki man but also to give a child to the Uzumaki man, since the Uzumaki man can kill the non-Uzumaki woman in bed, especially in the first time. Karen, I still wonder how I still know everything my mom taught me. Yudahime, there is no problem if I can't participate in the Chunin exams and if I want to live with Naruto. May, well, here is your ninja band, she said, giving Kiri's ninja band to Yudahime. Well, and you can go to rest now. You will give me the report of how you did in the Chunin exams. After that, for the moment, rest. Time skip. Naruto's house. Yudahime, what a house, she said, a little surprised to see the Lee-Sana house in front of her. Karen, it's true that it was Naruto-sama who built it, she said with a smile. Yudahime, I see. Minutes later. Yudahime, so I joined you with Kiri because you didn't know where to go, I asked, looking at Naruto while drinking green tea. Naruto, yes, and I think I did well in joining here, I'm calm. Yudahime, idiot, you already forgot me. Naruto, hee, I'm sorry. Yudahime, what will I do with you? He said with a sigh as he approached Naruto, giving him a kiss. Naruto. Yudahime, you didn't go too far, or did you? I asked, touching Naruto's heart, but instead of feeling his heart beat he felt something else. Naruto, I'm afraid so. I faced two members of Akatsuki, including the masked man who pretends to be Madara Uchiha. Yudahime, what happened? Naruto, they made me angry and I got carried away, but the curse took effect and took away part of my chakra, although in the end I was able to launch one of my best attacks because of the anger I felt. Yudahime, don't do it again, she said worriedly, hugging Naruto. Naruto, I'll try, but for now I can't promise anything. Chapter 10. In Konoha. Yudahime, so you come from this village, he said, looking at the village with extreme caution. Naruto, yes. Yudahime, I went with you not only to be able to see the fights but so that you don't do something stupid and lose control of your emotions when you see all these people who hurt you in the past. Naruto, she told him, a little worried. She knew perfectly well that Naruto can destroy all of Konoha, not the entire country of fire, if he feels like it. But now he can only destroy the village since the Shinigami himself gave him a curse that Yudahime is undoubtedly grateful for, since a certain curse helps Naruto a lot, although not in the way that Yudahime expected. Naruto. I know, Yudahime, he said, giving her a kiss, but they were interrupted by an Anbu from Konoha. Anbu, Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki, you are ordered to go to the council room now, he said, and then disappeared once again. Naruto, well, we continue. Yudahime, you will not go. Naruto, no, because May didn't tell me that they would call me to the Konoha council. I won't go either because it is forbidden that in the village where the genin takes their exams, the council, or the daimyo himself call the genin without the authorization of the genin's kage. Yudahime, I see, then we continue. Naruto, of course we still haven't caught up, he said, grabbing Yudahime's hand and continuing what they were doing before. Time skip. Boardroom. Kirigakure Team 2 is seen along with Yudahime heading to the Konoha Council room as they have to appear for the Chunin exams and answer a few questions in order to prove that they are the correct participant, and not someone else who is pretending to be the real participant. Karen, this is boring, isn't it? Kushina-sama created a Fuinjutsu barrier that allows detecting intruders or people who enter the village with henge or with bad intentions. Kinamaro, I would love to be right with you, Karen, but those are the rules. Even if there is that barrier, they still have to ask us those questions. Yudahime, Kinamaro is right, it is a way to see if it is really you and not someone else. Karen, boring. Naruto, he gave a small smile seeing the interaction of both. Upon reaching the council room, no one knocked and they opened the door where they could see all the genin teams that passed along with those from the Konoha Council, Civil Council, and Shinobi Council. Suki. Danzo, brat, didn't you receive a message from an Anbu from the village that we called you? He said, looking at Naruto. Naruto, one says good morning, two, my kage didn't tell me that you were going to call me, and since when do they call a participant in the Chunin exams without the agreement of the genin kage? I asked coldly. Hiruzen, what are you talking about? Naruto, stop acting like a fool. I know perfectly well that they are forbidden to call a genin without the authorization of the kage. If they want, they will have a problem with my kage. All. Mario Leona, this is Konoha's advice, ha 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 ha, no idiots. Minato, since you're here we want to know something, he said, trying to change the atmosphere. Naruto, I won't answer anything that comes from you, so leave me alone, that would do me good, he said, coldly heading to where his team was passing by Suki, who stared at him. Koharu, look, snot, she suddenly fell silent when she saw some golden chains about 3 centimeters from her eyes. Karen, stop bothering him and go and learn the rules of an exam that you created yourself instead of breaking them, she said, restraining herself from going to kill those people who dared to bother her master. The same thing happened to Kinamaro. Swanda, hee, I'm sorry, it's just that these idiots don't know how to control their mouths. I ask for a sincere apology, she said, bowing and at the same time forcing Danzo and Koharu to do the same. Naruto, it's your kage who should do and say the same thing, not you, he said seriously, looking at Minato, who got angry but to avoid problems. Minato, I'm sorry, my advisors don't know how to control their mouths. I asked for a sincere apology, he said, bowing and with a very clear fake smile. Naruto, huh? Samui, the Kumo Council is smarter than this council, and that's how they call themselves, the strongest village of all. With this council, Konoha will go to hell. Swanda, since you are here, you are the last ones left to pass the little test so you can do the last round of the Chunin exams. The first will be Karen Uzumaki, please follow me, she said, entering a room being followed by Karen. Yudahime, maybe that's why I came. You almost let your feelings float. You must keep them close. It doesn't matter when, but you must keep them close, he said to Naruto, giving him a slap on the head. Suki, grrrr. Mikoto, she clenched her fists under the table in front of her. Kushina, that tattoo, it's not a mark, that's it. I thought with great surprise when I saw a tattoo or mark that Yudahime had on her neck. Naruto, I'm sorry, he said, watching Karen leave, and then Swanda called Kinamaro. Yudahime, you'll never change, right? He said with a sigh. Naruto. Civil X, here is Naruto Uzumaki's green tea that he asked for, he said, giving Naruto a tea which he thanked. Kushina, she has manners knowing that she is in the village where she suffered a lot. Swanda, Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto, take it, he said, giving the tea to Yudahime, who thanked her, watching how Naruto went to his little interrogation. Yudahime, she saw the tea and brought it close to her nose. Civil X, miss, the tea is not poisoned. Yudahime, they told my mother the same thing and 3 minutes later she died. It is better to be safe than sorry. Civil X, I'm sorry for reminding you of that. Yudahime, She ignores the civilian X and continued with her thing but felt someone's gaze on her. How can I help you because you haven't stopped seeing me since now? Suki, I'll get to the point. What relationship do you have with Naruto? I ask while staring at Yutaheim. Yutaheim, I'm his fiancé. Any problem with that? Mikoto, he struggled to not activate his Maguekio Sharingan and show that brat why they call her the Queen of Amaterasu by burning her with the black flames. Suki, growling, if you hurt them I'll kill you, he said, looking at Yutaheim with his 3-volume Sharingan. Yutaheim, who are you to say that if the one who hurt her the most was you, she said, keeping her feelings of anger at bay. Suki, I know I made mistakes in the past and I plan to fix them. Yutaheim, I care, just don't get close to him, you hurt him too much to want to fix your mistakes, she said, already upset, letting out her feeling of anger. Suki, it is a warning or a threat? Yutaheim, it's a threat, he said, raising a finger, making all the salt of the council tremble due to the immense chakra that Yutaheim felt. Leona, wow, they're fighting over Tomato Boy. I'd love to join. After all, they're not the only ones interested in that boy, she said with a huge smile, also raising her chakra. Yutaheim, Suki, you don't get involved in this, they said you would be looking at Leona. Leona, who is he threatening me? I asked, raising his chakra even more. Tasamaki, and here we go. Kuratsuchi, the thing is, Hokage, that she is like that, although it is the first time she is interested in a boy, she said, dragging Leona to her place. Leona, good luck, Kuratsuchi. I'll put this penguin ass and ponytail in its place, she said, to the anger of Suki and Yutaheim. Mikoto, Suki Uchiha, calm down now, she said, looking at her daughter who still sat down angry. Karen, Yutaheim-san, calm down please. Yutaheim, Jum. Naruto, I already told you that you will stop calling me by the last name Namikaze, which I am not, he said with his patience almost at its limit. Swanda, I'm sorry but that's not your name, he said it would be, but deep down he was enjoying it because they wanted to make Naruto's life impossible once again, and if he doesn't start with Naruto's patience. Naruto, maybe you don't know how to read, didn't you see that the report said Naruto Uzumaki, or that you don't have glasses to be able to read better? I asked, knowing what Swanda's objective was. Swanda. Naruto, if you can't read, go back to the academy with glasses and stop screwing up my life, he said, annoyed, heading off with his team, leaving an annoyed Swanda. Chapter 11. You could see Kiri's Team 2 minus Naruto along with Yutaheim, who were escorted by Konoha's Team 6 along with their sensei. Team 6 had the mission of escorting Kiri's Team 2 to a hotel since they did not know the village. Yutaheim, hey Karen. Karen, yes, how can Yutaheim-san help you? Yutaheim, I already told you to talk to me like a normal person, not like someone important, she said with a sigh, since ever since she said she was Naruto's fiancée, Karen didn't stop treating her like someone important, and although at first she called her Yutaheim-sama, Yutaheim with a lot of effort was able to make Karen stop calling her Yutaheim-sama. Karen, I'm sorry, it's the custom of the Uzumaki clan according to my mother. Kushina. Yutaheim, well, leaving that, do you know what this mark is? He asked, showing a mark or tattoo that he had on his neck. Said mark or tattoo was immediately recognized by Karen and Uzumaki. Kushina, I knew it, that means she. Karen, Yutaheim-san, have you and Naruto-sama already had hex? She asked bluntly, capturing the attention of Team 6 plus Suki. Yutaheim, you could say yes, but what does that have to do with this brand and well hex, she asked, blushing, remembering a few events where she and Naruto were in a bed which did not stop shaking and Yutaheim did not stop screaming. Karen, at least I shouldn't be worried or scared about you anymore. Yutaheim, what do you mean by that? Karen, according to my mother, if an Uzumaki man has relations with a woman who is not an Uzumaki, there is a probability of 1 in a million that that woman will die in the first act of hex, since she is not an Uzumaki, since an Uzumaki is capable of withstanding the potential of the Uzumaki man, and only a few non-Uzumaki women are capable of living after a night of hex with the Uzumaki man, she said, not caring about the strange looks they gave her, since a girl of no more than 12 years old knew things that only adults knew. Suki, grrrrrrrrrrrr. Hikaru, Suki, calm down, don't do something stupid. Yutaheim, and what does this brand have to do with that? Karen, that mark indicates that you are capable of receiving the children of a male Uzumaki. Although only from the man who gave you that mark, the symbol indicates that you are ready and the black marks indicate that you are loyal to Naruto-sama. Yudahime, I see. Kushina, if she has the mark, it's because she fought hard to get it. Naruto hit her so hard that I imagine he even left her lame for a few months. Haya, what I'm thinking. Narumi. Kushina, well, this is where they will stay until the last round of the Chunin exams ends, she said, standing in front of a hotel in the village. Kinemaro, looks comfortable. Yudahime, I appreciate it, Kushina-san, he said, bowing to Kushina. Kushina, no, that's why I like to help. Yudahime, but you didn't help him. Kinemaro, you know Naruto will come. Kinemaro, he said he would come in a few hours, although he didn't say the time. Yudahime, I see, well, thanks for escorting us, he said, bowing to Team 6 and then entering the hotel with Team 2. Hikaru, Suki, calm down, she said to her friend who was struggling to keep her feeling of anger under control. Kushina, Suki, where do you know Naruto from, if I may ask? Suki, I met him when I was 6. Kushina, at 6, it's at that age that he suffered more than his 5 years, although because I feel regret, she thought, not wanting to grab her heart, which was breaking inside her. Suki, me and him, since then we were friends, no best friends. He was the first friend I had, although I don't know if he still sees me that way, she said while a tear came out of her right eye. Narumi, and what happened for you to say that? I asked with intrigue. Suki, something I don't want to remember, she said sadly, clutching her chest where she felt she was touching a necklace. Time skip. With Naruto. Flashback. Naruto is seen training his Kagura-eye, but said ability warned him of a chakra that was watching him. Naruto was on guard since possibly someone discovered him, and that would be a problem. Naruto, boy, whoever you are, come out from wherever you are hiding, he said to the void, looking everywhere since he still did not control his Kagura-eye to know the exact position of his enemies. From behind a tree came out a girl of the same age as Naruto. She had long black hair, but she also had hair in the shape of a duck's butt. Her eyes were black as coal, showing that she was an Uchiha, something that forced Naruto to increase his guard. Suki, girl. Naruto, boy, who are you? Suki, hello, my name is Suki Uchiha, nice to meet you. I have to be nice if I want him to be my friend. Naruto, I am Naruto, Naruto Uzumaki, and what do I offer you? Uchiha, the heiress of the Uchiha clan and sister of Uchiha Itami, he thought, remembering the face of Itami Uchiha. Suki, come on, don't be so mean, I want us to be friends, I just don't have any. Damn, I have to put aside my pride to be her friend, even though it's worth it. Naruto, I don't see or feel a lie, that's all. Suki, of course, silly tomato, he said with a mocking smile, bringing out a vein of anger in Naruto. Naruto, who are you calling tomato, dumb duck ass? He said to Suki's anger. Suki, who did you call a duck ass? Damn tomato, you want to fight? She said, launching herself at Naruto. Suki and Naruto started a comical fight. End of flashback. Naruto, why did you do it? Suki, I considered you my friend, I even fell in love with you, but you had to show me your sister and mother, he thought, grabbing his chest where he felt a necklace, and at the same time he remembered certain events when he was 6 years old. The next day, Naruto could be seen walking through a training camp. He was angry at Yudahime, who, although she was serious, was still scary, and it was better to stay away from her until she calmed down. Naruto, I still wonder how I got her as my fiancé. Kushina, come on Hikaru, you can do it, she said, encouraging one of her students who was trying to make something appear in the palm of her hand, while she was observed by the others, which were Suki, Narumi, Mikoto and Saminozuka, who was passing by and decided to see what kind of training her two best friends were giving to the student of her first friend. Hikari, it's difficult, she said, stopping trying to do what she was doing, but she felt someone's chakra, and when she turned around she saw Naruto. Suki Mikoto, these upon hearing that name turned around and saw Naruto with his hands in his pockets. And what are you doing here? Naruto, he didn't say anything, he just stared at Hikari, who got a little nervous. Hikari, hey, why are you looking at me like that? Naruto, stop sending chakra to the palm of your hand, that's why your chakra ball doesn't work, he said coldly, still looking at Hikari, ignoring everyone else. Hikari, she did what she said, where she is just like the others, were surprised to see how a blue ball came out of the palm of her hand. How did I do that? Kushina, I just had to do that. I didn't have to send chakra and it was that easy, she said with a depressive aura for something so simple that she didn't know. Hikari, well, how did you know I had to do that? Naruto, send all your chakra throughout your body, and then do whatever you want, he said still coldly. Hikari did as requested, where after a few seconds she started flying. I'm dreaming. Mikoto, I don't think so, she said surprised, but out of the corner of her eye she looked at Naruto. Hikari, how did you know I had to do that? Do you also have the same KK Genkai as me? She asked, standing in front of Naruto with a smile. Naruto, yes. All that. Hikari, really? But because you helped me, you know that we are from an enemy village, I can use what you taught me against you, you know. Naruto, you wouldn't do that. Hikaru, what makes you say that? Naruto, I am the creator of that Dijitsu, and I create it with some conditions, among them that whoever awakens it, and uses it for bad things, dies immediately in the worst possible way, or if that is not the case, and then uses the Dijitsu for bad things, dies. In short, if you try something bad you will die without being able to do anything. Not even the best Fuinjutsu masters will be able to save you from your death, he said with a voice so cold that even the wind stopped passing by and the leaves of the trees stopped falling from hearing such a voice that emanated an enormous coldness. He is the creator of that KK Genkai, I don't see any lies in his words, much less in his smell. Kushina, I don't see any lies in her words. Hikari, I see. Naruto, whatever it is, it's up to you to manage to acquire the last techniques or skills that you lack, he said, starting to leave but was stopped by Kushina, as well as techniques or skills. Naruto, he turned to look at her for a few seconds and then ignored her and continued on his way. Kushina, because it hurts me that he ignores me no more, it's a maternal pain. Mikoto, Naruto. Hikari, sensei, look, I can fly. Kushina, I see that. It was so easy to make her make that ball in the palm of her hand, and I, like a fool, didn't realize it. Mikoto, something's wrong, she asked, looking at her second best friend. Hey brat, called Hikaru, who stopped flying and then stood in front of her. Hikari, yes, Sama. I don't know if it will work, but it's better to try, I thought, remembering what I saw in the Chunin exams. Suki. In the same way you made that chakra ball or whatever, try to do the same thing but in a different way, try to make a sword, she said, looking at Hikaru, who was confused but did it. Kushina. Hikaru started to do what he lost, where he tried to create a sword in his fingers but it didn't work out. Try with chakra. Hikaru tried to do the same thing again, but this time with chakra, and was surprised to see how a sword of pure chakra began to fall from his fingers. But Hikaru noticed how his chakra was slowly going down, so without hesitation he decided on the chakra sword. Narumi, why didn't you continue? That was great. Hikari, I felt my chakra slowly going down as I created that chakra sword. I see those consummate chakra techniques. Kushina, well, let's continue with the training, she said with a smile, giving chills to the future Chunin. Team Kushina, we can't see, take a break. Kushina, nope, so go on. The KK's strength comes by itself, if not it comes with effort. She's the second Uchiha I see who leaves her pride aside, after Mikoto. Chapter 12. At the entrance of Konohagakure no Sato you could see the 4 kages of the big villages together with their repetitive escorts. Minato, Reikage Dano, Tsuchikage Dano, Kazakage-san and Mitsukage Dano, welcome, he said, bowing. Kages, good morning Hokage Dano-san, thank you for the welcome, they said, bowing. Hiruzen, it's true Pakura of the burn element lives in Kiri. I thought, discreetly watching Pakura with Kiri's ninja band. Hiruzen knew that Pakura of the burn element was not to be taken lightly. After all, Pakura of the burn element is one of the most powerful women in the world, being able to rival Mikoto Uchiha with ease. And if the current Kazekage had her killed, it was because he did not appreciate her power. Minato, how about if you come and we'll go to a room so we can be comfortable until the exams start, he said, tilting his head a little and with a small smile. Kages, of course. Minutes later. Minato, Reikage Dano, Tsuchikage Dano, Mitsukage Dano, your genin are strong, they certainly have a great future ahead of them. Thank you, Hokage Dano. Anoki, Mitsukage Dano, can I ask you a question if it's not bothering me? Of course, he said, turning to look at the Mitsukage, mentally preparing himself for a possible dispute between him and the Mitsukage, since the question he will possibly ask the Mitsukage could be a bit personal. As long as I can answer your question or it is within my reach to answer it, everything is fine, she said calmly. Anoki, what happened to the former Mitsukage Yagura-san? Sad face, he's dead, because the question, she said calmly, then asked. Anoki, just intrigued, since normally if the old Kage retires from his position he would have to accompany the current Kage to a meeting of Kage, or to the Chunin exams. You're right, but Kuri doesn't follow almost the same rules as the other villages. We have our own rules, Tsuchikage Dano. Anoki, I see, I appreciate you answering my question. No way. Pakura noticed how the Kazakage Taza had not stopped looking at her for a while, although that did not matter to her after all the loyalty she had to Tsunagakure vanished when she found out that the Kazakage sent her on a mission to kill her. Her loyalty to Tsunagakure vanished now. She was loyal to her master Naruto Uzumaki, and that even though she is dead. Time skip. TSK, I couldn't stand to see the faces of those two, plus that Namikaze whispered with disgust, remembering how the Kazakage and the Hokage kept giving her one look or another, plus the Hokage apparently wanted something and Mei knew perfectly what they wanted. Pakura, Mei-sama, calm down, I understand what you feel, but you better keep yourself in line, you are now a Kage. Mei, you're right, I must not show weakness to anyone, I must keep my feelings at bay, she said with a long sigh. But she saw how a Konoha Anbu appeared in front of her. Anbu, Mitsukage-san, the fourth Hokage needs to speak with you, he said, bowing. I don't want to, so go and tell the fourth Hokage that I have something more important to do, she said with an obviously fake smile. Anbu, are you sure, Mitsukage-san? I asked a little nervously, but I hid it very well. If there is any problem, Anbu-san, she asked still with her fake smile. Anbu, and no. Thank you for your attention, Mitsukage-san. With your permission, he said, bowing, and then disappeared in a shunshin. Pakura, it is the first time in the entire history of the Chunin exams that a Kage refuses to speak to another Kage. The Hokage bucks Pakura a lot. Time skip. Karen, Mei-sama, Pakura-sensei, good morning, greeting, bowing to her Kage and sensei. Kinamaro, good morning, Mitsukage-sama, nice to see you, he said, bowing to you too, Pakura-sama. Pakura, hello, Kinamaro, please just call me Pakura or Pakura-sensei. It's strange that you call me Pakura-sama. Now I know what I love Naruto feels when I call him Naruto-sama. Kinamaro, well, if you ask for it, do it, Pakura-sensei. Hi Kinamaro, Karen, how are you? I asked with a toothy smile. Karen, Kinamaro, we are fine, Mitsukage Mei-sama. I'm glad, ready for the last stage of the exams. Karen, yes, I'm ready. Kinamaro, I'm always ready, Mitsukage-sama. Yutaheim, good morning, Mitsukage-sama, Pakura-san greeting, leaving a room, bowing. Pakura, good morning, Yutaheim-san. Hello? Pakura, and Naruto-san, where is he? Naruto, good morning, everyone greeting, appearing out of nowhere. All Yutaheim, just said hello, who are you? Naruto, why did he scream? This one didn't end because he saw how everyone except Yutaheim was threatening to attack him, it's serious. Naruto never says hello? Karen, we are the ones who always greet Naruto, he never greets. Yutaheim, you have a good family, honey, I'll make sure it stays that way forever. Naruto, stop the nonsense, he said with a very noticeable streak of anger. Yutaheim, calm down, it's Naruto. Kinamaro, Yutaheim-san, Naruto-san never says hello. Yutaheim, that's not the case anymore, I taught him a lesson a few days ago for lack of manners, isn't that the case, darling, he said and asked, looking at Naruto with a smile caressing his cheek. Pakura, sad face. Naruto, yes, he said with disinterest. Yutaheim, come. Mei, Ito, I'm sorry for not recognizing you, Naruto-kun, she said, wanting to give him a hug, but she couldn't because she ran into an invisible wall, because it always happens to me. Kinamaru, I'm sorry I hesitated to recognize you, Naruto-sama, he said, kneeling down. Karen, yes, I regret not seeing him recognized. Naruto, stop doing that. Your sad face. Mei, well, leaving that aside, Naruto-kun, ready for the exams. Naruto, yes, he said with disinterest. Ayo, this brat. Mei, you could at least pretend to be interested. Yutaheim, it's true, honey, at least pretend to be interested. Naruto, huh? Ayo, you will never change. With the Awagakure team. Anoki, are you serious, Mario Leona? You fell in love with the bearer of the QB's soul? He asked, confused by what his granddaughter had just told him about Mario Leona. Mario Leona, stupid old man, that carrier, as you say, has a name and is. Anoki, Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki. Mario Leona, correction, is Naruto Uzumaki old. Anoki. Tatsumaki, old man, isn't that Naruto the son of the current Hokage, who you haven't stopped looking for some years? I asked, looking at the Tsuchikage seriously. Anoki, that's right, it's the Kuratsuchi. But I have a question, because he is part of Kirigakure. Normally he should be here in Konohagakure, I asked, confused. Anoki, there are rumors that he escaped from Konoha. Mario Leona, because that. Anoki, I don't know, I'm not informed of anything, besides Konoha tries to hide that information. Mario Leona, you are not informed of anything, then how are you informed that he has the soul of the QB inside? Anoki, brat, more respect. And how do I know that, than simple rumors that reached my ears? Tatsumaki, wow, I thought you were deaf. Anoki, what did you say, dwarf? Tatsumaki, old deaf man, he said, leaving. Anoki, today's brats have no respect for their elders. Mario Leona, why do you want to capture him if he didn't do anything to you? Anoki, personal issues. Mario Leona, if you say so, old man, she said, retreating. Kuratsuchi, Grandpa, be careful with him, he is someone very mysterious, and as you told me a while ago, if an Uzumaki is mysterious, it is because he is hiding something, and that something is not normal. Anoki. Kuratsuchi, I don't know why you want to capture him, but I'm telling you now, if I find him on a mission, I won't do anything against him. I don't want to die alone on a whim that may affect innocent people in the future. He spoke seriously, looking at his grandfather. Anoki, what do you mean by that? Kuratsuchi, I know what happened in the Third Great Ninja War, how you along with the previous Reikage and Mitsukage allied to go and destroy a village that did nothing in particular to them, where the few survivors were you along with the previous Reikage and Mitsukage. Anoki, how do you know that, Kuratsuchi? Kuratsuchi, many innocent people died, all because of such a stupid whim. Those innocent people had family waiting for them at home, but because of you and the fault of the previous Reikage and Mitsukage, they couldn't see them again. All to go and destroy a peaceful village that didn't get into trouble, as I heard. Anoki. Kuratsuchi, if a war were to happen, don't count on me to help IWA, she said coldly, leaving the room, leaving her grandfather with a foreboding look. Anoki, how does she know that? Chapter 13. The last stage of the Chunin exams had begun. Tsunade, good morning everyone, today is possibly the last day of this generation's exam. Well, the first fight will be Kinamaru Kagaya against Darui. Please have those mentioned present themselves at the combat arena. Kinamaru and Darui jumped into the combat arena, landing face to face while Tsunade was in the middle of them. Tsunade, if you want to kill, you have the right to do so even if he is unconscious. The opponent will be given the opportunity to kill or not, she said, looking at how Kinamaru and Omoi nodded. Ready, begin. Omoi and Kinamaru launched themselves at each other, with Omoi being the one who struck first. Kinamaru and Omoi were in a taijutsu fight where neither of them backed down, although Kinamaru had the advantage, blocking his opponent's blows with a little difficulty and attacking in a wild way, while Omoi did the same thing, with the difference that his blows were a little slow but still lethal. In the Park of the Kages. Anoki, Mitsukage Dano no, The Kagaya clan was exterminated in the Third Ninja War, more than Kirigakure. It was one of the ones that exterminated the Kagaya clan the most, he asked, a little confused, turning to look at the Mitsukage. Indeed they were exterminated, but a while ago I met Kinemaro and I realized that he was not like his past brethren, and as I saw that he had nowhere to go I invited him to join Kiri, she said, lying. Obviously she knew from the former Mitsukage that sometimes the Kages asked somewhat strange questions, but they asked those questions to reach a specific objective. Jiraiya, maybe she invented Naruto to join Kiri. Returning to combat. The fight had intensified with each blow that Darui threw at Kinemaro. Kinemaro returned it with 3 times the force. Darui, damn, I'm not good at taijutsu, I'll have to use ninjutsu, he thought, jumping back, staying a few meters away from Kinemaro. Kinemaro, he saw how his opponent's body was covered in black rays, ninjutsu. With the genins. Pakura, those black rays, perhaps he is the Reikage's successor. Naruto. In the fight, Darui disappeared in the blink of an eye, putting Kinemaro on high alert. Kinemaro threw his head to one side, dodging a kick from Darui, but once again Kinemaro threw his head to the other side, dodging a kick from Darui. Kinemaro dodged another punch from Darui and took advantage and gave Darui a strong blow on the arm, who tried to retreat, but Kinemaro did not allow it, and took advantage and gave him many blows all over the arm. Darui, because I'm bleeding, he thought, managing to get away from his opponent, noticing how his right arm was gushing blood. With the genins. Samui. Oma, why is he bleeding if he hasn't used any soul? Samui. Her dijutsu, she said, would be looking closely at Kinemaro's fists on which were seen some small thorns. Oma. But if he hasn't activated his dijutsu. In the fight. Kinemaro, Katan. Great fireball, he proceeded to make hand positions and throw a large fireball at his opponent. Darui, right done, lightning shield this one as he could. He made hand positions and created a black lightning shield in front of him. The fireball hit the shield, forming a cloud of smoke. Darui took a few steps back when he felt something hit his shield. Darui dodged Kinemaro's blows as best he could, preventing some of them from hitting him. With the Genis. Shikamaru, that Kiri ninja is cunning, troublesome. Ino, what do you mean by clever? Shikamaru, the Kiri ninja threw the fireball at the Kumo ninja. Apparently the Kiri ninja knows how to fight even when there is smoke on his land, therefore the Kiri ninja took that as he pleased. Choji, I didn't understand. Kiba, me either. Shikamaru, problematic that Kinemaro knew that Darui would block his fireball. Therefore that Kinemaro took that at his whim and attacked his opponent even though there was smoke on his ground. Sakura, now I understand. Kiba, I still don't understand. In the fight. Darui, what was missing? My opponent is too good with taijutsu, I will have to use it. I tell Reikage-sama, but if I don't use that I could die, he thought, frustrated, feeling his opponent kick him in the stomach. Kinemaro, I'm still not used to fighting in these situations. I'll have to finish as quickly as possible. Kinemaro was about to attack again, but suddenly the smoke dissipated, revealing Darui with an armor of pure black rays. Kinemaro, his rays became intoxicated, now they are more intense. In the blink of an eye, Darui appeared to the left of Kinemaro, kicking him with great force. But before Kinemaro could fly away, Darui grabbed him by the head and gave him a strong knee to the face. Darui continued to hit Kinemaro with blows after blows at a very high speed. Kinemaro, as best he could, created a bit of bone in the palm of his hand, trying to stab Darui, but Darui dodged it by jumping back. Darui, this did not end since Kinemaro was in front of him. Kinemaro punched Darui in the face covered in bone spikes, and with his other hand he created a bone spike and tried to stab Darui in the leg, but he couldn't because Darui sent lightning to his leg, preventing the spindle from hitting him. With the genins. Yudahime, it was you who trained him, I asked, looking at Naruto, who denied. Karen, it was Pakura-sensei who did it. Yudahime, in such a short time he learned so much, he said, watching the intense fight between Darui and Kinemaro. Samui, he doesn't have much time left, he thought, watching the fight. In the fight. Darui, I can't resist any longer, my body can't take it, I'll have to end the fight quickly. Kinamaro. Darui, now to finish this. Kinamaro. Darui started doing hand positions. With the Genis. Oma, really he's going to do that jutsus. In the fight. Kinamaro, Mom, I'll have to use one of your jutsus, he thought while doing hand positions. With the genies. Pakura, Naruto's sad face. Karen, something tells me I've already seen the jutsu that Kinamaro will do. In the fight. Darui, right done, Black Panther, he said, finishing doing the hand positions. A powerful black ray fell from the sky. The ray began to take the form of a Black Panther. Kinamaro, Katan, great hell ball, he said, finishing doing the hand positions. Out of nowhere around Kinamaro a large amount of fire began to form, and little by little a great heat began to be felt throughout the combat arena. With the Genins. Kushina, that fire jutsu is identical to the one Pakura uses. Karen, that jutsu is the same one that Mom used a long time ago, she thought with surprise, remembering how Pakura used the same jutsu that Kinamaro was using. Darui, he's crazy, he still hasn't mastered that jutsu, he could die. Mabi. In the fight. The black patent and the infernal ball imported into each other, causing a small tremor in the entire combat arena and a smoke screen, but suddenly an immense heat was present along with some black rays that were scattered throughout the combat arena. Within the framework of the Kages. 2. Anoki. I didn't know a Kagaya could do that, it's amazing to see so much power. Chapter 14. The first fight of the last round of the Chunin exams had ended. Everyone was expectant and attentive watching the combat arena. It was clear that the last attack that both rivals launched was the last one. There is a winner of that first encounter, he thought, looking at the combat arena with this interest, where he could see two silhouettes, one standing and the other on the ground. 2. She observed two silhouettes in the combat arena, one standing and one kneeling. In the fight. Swanda. The winner is Darui of Maguekio, he said, watching how the smoke dissipated, revealing Omoi standing with difficulty and Kinamaro on his knees. Darui. Damn, now I understand why Mabui-sensei told me to use that jutsu when the situation warrants it. Tsunade. Darui, you want to kill your rival Kinamaro? Kagaya asked, watching Oma, who approached Kinamaro. Kinamaro. Darui. It was a good fight, Kinamaro. Kagaya, I hope to face you once again, he said with a smile, understanding the hand. Kinamaro. He looked up, observing his rival with confusion. Darui. I'm not going to kill him, he said without turning to see Tsunade. Kinamaro. I just accept the help, I say the same thing, I hope for revenge. Swanda. You may leave. The next fight will be in a few minutes. While you wait a bit, she said, looking at everyone but locked eyes with Naruto, who, even though she couldn't see his eyes, she felt like something was permeating her being. With the Genins. Yutaheim. This gave Naruto a sape for knowing what he did. Karen. Good job, bro, you did well, she said with a smile, watching as Kinamaro approached. Pakura. Good job, Kinamaro. Next time you can do it right. Kinamaro. But sensei, I lost. Naruto. And with that, it is by losing that one becomes stronger. Maybe today you have lost, but tomorrow you can win, and if it is not tomorrow, then it will be the day after tomorrow, he said, looking at Kinamaro. Kinamaro. Pakura. Naruto is right. Tomorrow you will be able to improve, and if not tomorrow, it will be another day, she said with a smile. Kinamaro. They are right, he said with a smile. Karen. That's how you talk, brother, she said, giving him a slap on the back. Kinamaro. Not so strong, Karen. Karen. Stop being an idiot, sissy, she said, giving him another pat on the back. Yutaheim. He. Omo. Old man, I thought you were going to die for Mo. Mabui. Don't start, he said, giving Omo a slap on the head. Darui. Go, sensei. It was bad to let that idiot come, he said, pointing at Omoi. Mabui. Because the calmest one is Samui, she said with a sigh. Omo. That sounds like Samui is your favorite student, sensei. Darui. I am calm. Mabui. I don't care, he said with disinterest. Darui. Just confirm that Samui is his favorite. Tsunade. Well, everything is ready. please Samui from Kumogakure and Suki Uchiha from Konoha come to the platform. Mabui, it's your turn, my dear favorite student. Oma, so it's true, she asked, looking at her sensei who ignored her. Kushina, good luck Suki-chan, give it your all, she said with a smile, giving Suki a pat on the back. Narumi, luck. Hikaru, good luck friend. Suki, thanks, he said, jumping into the combat arena. Mikoto. Tswanda, same rules as the previous fight, ready, begin. Suki, without wasting time, would activate her Sharingan of Atomo, looking directly into Samui's eyes. Suki, Samui. In a flash of lightning, Suki and Samui disappeared, where after a few seconds you could see how Suki and Samui were in a taijutsu fight. Both opponents did not retreat in the slightest. Each blow one gave to the other returned it with almost triple the force. But Samui easily kicked Suki in the stomach, causing Suki to retreat a few meters. Suki was going to attack once more but saw Samui raise 2 fingers. Samui, Kai, she said, and then saw how Suki disintegrated as if she were a ghost. Samui, with the corner of his left eye, saw the real Suki standing there looking at her still with her Sharingan of Atomo activated. Suki, that's why I felt something strange when I put her under the Genjutsu. I already knew she was under the Genjutsu, but why did she get out of the Genjutsu easily? She didn't do it before, she thought while still looking at Samui. With the Genins. 1. That Genin from Kumo was able to get out of the Genjutsu as if it were nothing, but if she got out easily, why didn't she do it from the beginning? Yudheim, interesting, I didn't know the Uchihas could do something like that, he said, watching the fight with intrigue. Karen, I close with you, Yudheim-san. Pakura, I didn't see Mikoto Uchiha use the same Genjutsu in the last war. Kushina, see Mikoto-chan, I told you that training Suki-chan in the Genjutsu of her Sharingan was a very good idea, she said with an angelic smile. Said smile gave Narumi and Hikaru chills. Mikoto, I think so. In the fight. Suki, the 2-volume Sharingan is active and Aira is prepared to attack once again. Samui and Suki disappeared in a flash of lightning greater than the previous one, leaving a plume of smoke behind them. In the air you could see Suki and Samui once again in hand-to-hand combat, with the difference that the speed was higher than before. Both Genins did not back down and continued hitting each other. Although it was seen that Samui was a little ahead while Suki kept up with Samui as best she could, since even though she had her Sharingan activated, the Sharingan still could not predict Samui's motives very well. Suki jumped back like that while closing her eyes, and when she opened them the 3-tomo Sharingan was revealed, and without wasting time Suki lunged once again at Samui, where she could now predict Samui's movements a little better, although Samui still had the advantage. With the Genins. Naruto, this one, when observing the movement that Suki made when activating her 3-tome Sharingan, a memory came to him, where he did the same thing in one of his fights against Suki when they were children. Sasuke, she has the 3-volume Sharingan, growling, how is this possible? He thought with frustration, looking at his sister with hatred. In the fight. The fight increased a bit more in level now. Every time both Genins hit each other you could see some raise. Thanks to that both Genins increased their speed, but that caused Samuel to have a bit more of an advantage since Suki's speed decreased a bit. With the Genins. Mikoto, the 3-blade Sharingan has not yet been adopted. In the fight. Suki jumped away from Samui while breathing a little heavily, the same for Samui, who took advantage and breathed a little heavily. For Samui it was a little tiring. It was the first time she used so much speed, not even with her sensei she used such speed, and now she is undoubtedly a bit tiring. Suki, she stared into Samui's eyes. Samui didn't even flinch. Samui, Kai, she said, raising 2 fingers coming out of the Genjutsu that her rival put on her. Suki, trying to put her under Genjutsu once more would be a waste of time, especially since it only took a few seconds for her to break out of it. Samui, she got ready when she saw her opponent doing hand poses. Suki, Katon, great fireball, she said. She launched a fireball. Such a fireball was a little bigger than the fireball of the other Uchihas of the same rank as her. Samui dodged the fireball, feeling the heat of the fire a little, Samui, not seeing Suki where she should be, began to look for her with her eyes and with her guard up, but suddenly she saw how Suki appeared in front of her, giving her a strong kick in the stomach, sending Samui crashing into the wall of the Colosseum. Suki wasted no time and launched herself at Samui, but as she was a little close to Samui, Suki had to jump, preventing Samui from killing her with a sword that Samui took out of a storage seal. Samui took advantage of the fact that Suki was in the air and tried to cut her with her sword covered in lightning, but Suki dodged it. But Suki couldn't dodge some blows that hit her. Suki jumped back as best she could, but that didn't stop a cut from Samui from hitting her in the leg. Suki, Katan, Phoenix Flower, she said, taking a position of MOS quickly where some almost small balls of fire came out in Samui's direction. Samui cut all the almost small fireballs in half with her sword. Samui looked for Suki with her eyes, but she didn't look for long as she pierced Suki's chest, but she saw that it was just a log. Samui, substitution. But Samui noticed how Suki was approaching from his right at full speed, giving Samui a strong knee in the face. But Samui with his free hand grabbed Suki's leg with great force and slammed Suki to the ground. Suki noticed how Samui was doing hand poses. Samui, right on, lightning burial, he said, finishing his hand positions and with both hands touching the ground. The ground vibrated a little and rays came out of it in the direction of Suki. Suki got up as best she could and dodged the rays by moving away. But Suki didn't have time to blink as she saw once again how her rival grabbed her hands. Samui, right on, purification, she said, finishing the hand positions pointing in the direction of Suki. The lightning bolts still present on the ground came out of the ground and took the form of small lightning balls and were launched at Suki, who dodged the small lightning balls as best she could, but a small lightning ball touched her, causing a delay of a few seconds. Suki, Haya, she screamed in pain as she felt a large amount of electricity run through her body in a fast and painful way. With the Genins. Temari, wow, a very lethal lightning jutsu. Pakura, and dangerous at the same time, she said, looking at the combat arena. Temari. She looked at Pakura for a few seconds but then turned her gaze to the combat arena. Right now she knew that the woman she admired so much, and who could possibly be her team sensei, that woman was no longer a Suna ninja, but she still admires her even though she is no longer a member of Suna. Kushina. If that jutsu is mastered to perfection and improved, it could kill anyone who touches it in a few thousandths of a second. In the fight. Suki, right on, lightning needles, he said, finished making hand poses and then made lightning appear around him, said rays took the appearance of sharp needles. Samui without hesitation grabbed her sword and began to block all the lightning needles, although there were some that hit her directly, but she endured the pain. Suki, I have to finish this quickly, this will be my last attack. Samui, I should have finished quickly, I use 2 of my best jutsus that waste chakra and leave me tired even if I don't use chakra. Suki without wasting time would begin to make hand positions, said positions were recognized by some Konoha ninjas. With the Genins. Guy, Kakashi, don't tell me that you really taught that jutsu to that girl. Kurenai, that's going too far, Kakashi. Kakashi, don't blame me. I haven't even taught Suki anything in the slightest, he said, surprised, watching the fight with intrigue. Narumi, maybe she saw him do the jutsu and copied it. Hikaru, it's most likely. Kushina, I'll have to ask him to use that jutsu in critical moments. And you, Kakashi, don't go around doing that jutsu just like that. Kakashi, hi Kushina-sama, it won't happen again. Kushina, I hope so. In the fight. Samui started making hand potions. Suki, Raikiri, Chidori screamed while his sides were covered by intense rays, while the sound of thousands of birds resonated throughout the combat arena. Samui, Raikiri, purple dragon, he shouted so that a dragon made of pure lightning would come out of his back, but the dragon opened its mouth, revealing how a ball of pure, almost purple lightning was formed. Suki, Samui, HAAA. 2. Certainly interesting. 1. What a good demonstration with the taijutsu. Chapter 15. Naruto, Suki copying jutsus, it's not normal for her. Yudaheim, without a doubt a good demonstration of power, she said, somewhat surprised seeing the combat arena which was almost destroyed. Pakura, It was noticeable how the Uchiha does not yet control that jutsu, although it is to be expected. If a Sharingan copies a high-ranked jutsu, there is a high probability that the Sharingan user does not perfectly control the copied jutsu, she thought, looking at the combat arena very carefully. In the combat arena, Suki, shit, that jutsu is so powerful that it broke my arm, he thought, looking at his broken arm. Samui, I used my most powerful jutsu I have so far and it cost me a lot of chakra, I thought tiredly, having little chakra. Tsunade, she saw the two rivals standing with difficulty, one with a broken arm and the other showing signs of fatigue. Samui, I'm not going to kill her, she said without turning to see Tsunade. Suki, I say the same thing, I don't plan on killing her. Tsunade, even saying that they are still standing, I thought, looking out of the corner of my eye at both opponents. Samui and Suki launched themselves at each other, but when they were about to hit each other, both opponents fell unconscious. Tsunade, now I understand why they said that. This fight is a draw, so there is no winner, please the next fight. In the stands. 2. It was a good idea to come and see this exam. Temari, sister, when did you arrive? She asked with slight surprise, seeing her older sister next to her. Kankuro, prince. Temari, I see you came at last, sister. Princia, and I don't regret it, she said, and then turned to look at Pakura, sensei. Gaara. Princess, I didn't teach you how to greet, she said, looking at Gaara. Gaara, hello sister, he said, a little nervous. Zabuza, but it's you, Broccoli, he said, looking at how he approached. 1. Who are you calling Broccoli, mummy? I asked with a streak of anger. Kinemaro, who is she? 1. My name is Maki Zenin Chunin of Kirigakure, he said, bowing. Naruto Zenin. Yudaheim, Zenin, until now that clan is the most powerful in Kiri. Zabuza, things have calmed down, he asked with a serious voice. Maki, yes. Zabuza, that one doesn't convince me at all. Maki, we will talk about it with Mei-sama. Maki, and you should be Kiri's heroes, right? He said, looking at Kiri's genins. Yudaheim, my name is Yudaheim Iori, and no, I am not one of Kiri's heroes. Karen, nice to meet you, Maki-san, my name is Karen Uzumaki. Kinemaro, a pleasure, Kinemaro Kagaya. Naruto Uzumaki, a pleasure. Maki, a Kagaya and 2 Uzumakis. Wait, said Naruto Uzumaki. You said well, Naruto Uzumaki asked, looking at Naruto. Naruto, yes, he said with 10 threes. Maki, is he a spy? Thought, looking at Naruto from head to toe, imagining a few scenes where Naruto was a spy traitor. Zabuza, Broccoli, don't start with your silly imaginations. Maki, shut up, mummy. Naruto, Zenin, where did I hear that name? One of my clones heard about that name when I was in Yuzu. Yudaheim, could you stop looking at him like that? He already has an owner, and that owner doesn't like to share, let's say, he said with a shaky smile, looking at Maki. Maki, you don't worry, I was just finding out something in the, he said, but a drop of sweat came out when he saw how Yudaheim hugged Naruto lovingly. Yudaheim, mine. Kuratsuchi In the park of the Kages. Maki, if she is here, it means that the other Zenin are in Kiri. I hope they are not the same as before, because otherwise I will have to make a drastic decision. The fights continued. This time some fights were a bit boring and at the same time interesting, such as Kuratsuchi against Hikaru Hikari, where there was a draw, or Temari no Sabaku against Shikamaru Nara, where that fight, instead of being a fight where they would show their skills, was rather a demonstration of intelligence, where in the end Temari no Sabaku won, since Shikamaru Nara gave up with the excuse that he was very tired. Karen, where is Naruto going? I asked, watching Naruto, who was walking away. Naruto, I want to clear my mind, I have a lot of things on it, he said, disappearing in a blink of an eye. Yudaheim, Kyubi. Kinemaro, Yudaheim-san happens to Naruto Sam-san. Yudaheim, he will be back in no time, let's just let him clear his mind, he said with a serious face. Pakura, something's wrong with Master. With Naruto. Naruto, what do you need, Kyubi? He asked with pure seriousness, turning around and running into a large fence a few meters high. Inside the bars you could see a 9-tailed fox. Kyubi, you don't greet anymore, before you even greeted your clones, although for your clones I already have an answer to that. Although well, you are an Uzumaki after all, but a very different one. Not only do you not greet anymore, but also you don't do the meditations, he said, looking at Naruto. Naruto, I was banished from said meditations by Ashina Uzumaki Fukuge of Yuzu. Kyubi, it's true, I forgot that detail. I still remember those words. You are not welcome here. Ashina Uzumaki, knowing that you are pure royalty, still banished you. Naruto, what do you want, Kyubi? Kyubi, that seal or better katana that you have in your heart is going to activate, and very soon. I don't know when, at what time, or in what place, he said seriously, moving his tails from one side to the other. Naruto, why are you telling me this? Kyubi, because the F-King pain you'll feel, I'll feel it too, he said seriously, but at the same time with annoyance, hitting the big bars. Naruto. Kyubi, I may be locked in these bars where it prevents me from taking possession of your body or deceiving your mind. But the F-King pain that Shinigami-sama makes you feel, I feel it too, and I wonder how the FK you endure it, he said, growling. Naruto. This one touched his heart, feeling something. Kyubi, this brat is very strange but very interesting and distrustful, and all these years he found a way to. Naruto, if that was all, I'm leaving one thing, thanks, he said, returning to reality. Kyubi, TKS. Naruto, Shinigami this time would find a way to kill me myself. No, I already have a family to count on. Yudahime, Pakura, Karen, Kinemaro, Gizo, Suigetsu, may they are my new family. Suki, tomato, she said, a little surprised. Naruto. Suki, are you not going to say hello, tomato? Naruto, I only greet those in my family, not those who are not, he said, starting to leave. Suki, me and mother are not part of it. Naruto, no, they stopped being that years ago, he said with pure coldness. Kushina, sad face. Kushina, she watched as Pakura approached her. Pakura, could you stop looking at Naruto, that bothers me. Kushina, he's not your son or boyfriend for that to bother you, although none of those probabilities can be true. Pakura, if I tell you, you won't believe me, even though what I am from Naruto is none of your business. Kushina. Pakura, Naruto, come on, Mai-sama wants to talk to us. She took advantage and came to talk to us. Come on. You're the last one left. Chapter 16. Pakura, if I tell you, you won't believe me, even though what I am from Naruto is none of your business. Those words said by Pakura did not leave Kushina's head, which was serious. For some reason she did not like the relationship that Naruto and Pakura had at all. Kushina, sad face, grrr. Kinemaro, Yudahime-san is fine, she looks a little strange since a few moments ago. Is something wrong? He asked, looking at Yudahime, who was very serious. Karen. Yudahime, she can't come back, she sold me for just money, she preferred money over me, her daughter, he thought, looking at the sky, seeing some crows. Karen, Yudahime-sama is not in her normal state, maybe it's that crow's fault. Elsewhere. Look how you've grown, Haim-chan, I wonder what happened to the one who bought you, and also who is this Naruto Uzumaki? His name sounds familiar, but where from? But what can I do? I have a mission, at least this time the pay is excellent, ha 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 ha. May Iori, let's go, everything is ready, he said, looking at the woman in front of him, who gave him a penetrating look. May, who told you that you could call me by my name, you damn idiot, and more importantly pronounce my last name? Do you want me to kill you? She said, and asked the last thing, looking at the man in front of her, not caring that the man has difficulty breathing. I am sorry, Mrs. Emmy, I am sorry for my mistake, it won't happen again, he said, scared, falling to the ground, feeling how little by little his strength was leaving. May, it's not the first time you make the same mistake, you damn idiot, but the reason I don't kill you is because in this mission there is a significant amount of money, and if it weren't for that I would have killed you already. Returning to Konohagakure. Narumi, you feel better, Suki. Suki, me and mother are not part of it. Naruto, no, they stopped being that years ago, he said with pure coldness. Suki, if I hadn't met my mother or that stupid Itami, none of this would be happening. Hello friend, take a look at how are you, he said, approaching Team 7, but he didn't notice how Kushina, Narumi, Karen and Naruto had a vein appear on their foreheads. Naruto, Kushina, to mate, they said with a very dark and very similar aura. Menma, he has the courage to call Narumi like that, especially in front of Osie-san. Karen, she has the nerve to say that, she said, looking at Fu with a dark look. Komi, Fu, never ever in your life, not even dead, call an Uzumaki a tomato again, you understand? Fu, what's wrong with it? It's going well. Didn't you like my tomato? She asked, confused, looking at Narumi. Narumi, no, I didn't like it, silly lettuce. Fu, hold on, the sorry thing is that I like to give nicknames to my friends. Maria Leona, Tatsumaki and Kuratsuchi have one and they like it a lot, ha ha ha. Maria Leona, a cute nickname. Tatsumaki, Fu, don't just go around talking to people you've just met, especially people from an enemy village. Fu, what's wrong with talking to a friend? I asked, puffing out my cheeks. Even you, Komi, I thought you would be on my side. Komi, hey friend, don't involve me. Tsunade, well, the rest time is over. The next fight will be Narumi Uzumaki Kamikaze against Maria Leona Vermilion, she said, completely ignoring the looks that the two Hokages were sending her along with other people. Maria Leona, ha 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 ha, finally it's my turn to see how powerful an Uzumaki woman is. Kuratsuchi, good luck, be careful. Maria Leona, who do you think I am? Are you trying to say that I should be careful because you consider me weak? I asked with a murderous look. Tatsumaki, stop arguing and Maria Leona, see what they are waiting for you and good luck, she said, looking away. Maria Leona, thanks, dwarf fixed jumping into the combat arena. Tatsumaki, I'm 1 meter 10 is hard to understand, grrrrrr. In the park of the Kages. A strange kunoichis that Sachikage has there. Anoki, I know but I can't do anything, he said with a tired sigh. In the combat arena. Tsunade, the rules are the same, ready, begin. Naruto, Maria Leona, Narumi Uzumaki right, I asked, looking closely at Narumi. Narumi, yes. Maria Leona, hey, then you should be Kiri's sister, she said with a friendly smile. Narumi, you mean Naruto, Oni-chan. Maria Leona, yes, the same. Tell me about your brother or little brother, I'm curious to know more about him. Could you tell me things about him? All. With the genins. Yurihime, Mio, she thought, hugging Naruto tightly. Maki, it's this, he thought with a drop of sweat seeing Naruto and Yurihime. Suki. In the combat arena. Narumi, actually he is my older brother, if I have the right to call him that, but we are not here to talk about that but to fight, she said, getting into a fighting stance. Maria Leona, I'm sorry that your older brother is very handsome, he is the first man I fell in love with, she said with a very noticeable blush. Narumi, and what do I have to do with you having feelings for Naruto? Maria Leona, he's not your brother. Well, after this fight I'll ask his mother for her hand, ha 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 ha, cough cough, I'm sorry I got carried away by my emotions. Narumi, less chatter and let's get to the point of why we are here. Narumi launched herself at Maria Leona, kicking her in the face, but Maria Leona easily stopped her kick and with her other hand she punched Narumi in the face. Maria Leona, you're right, less chatter and more fighting, ha ha ha, show me what you're worth, Narumi Uzumaki. Narumi. Maria Leona slammed Narumi into the ground and tried to kick him in the stomach, but Narumi narrowly dodged the kick. Narumi, she almost got caught, she said, looking at Maria Leona, who had a predatory smile. Maria Leona went against Narumi, throwing blows after blows while Narumi blocked one blow or another as best she could. Narumi, damn, she hasn't even used her KK Genkai yet and yet her blows are powerful. I can't imagine how strong they would be if she used her KK Genkai. What would Osie-san or Mikoto-san do in this situation? Maria Leona, stop thinking and fight. In a fight your eyes should be on your opponent, not on the moon, she said, punching Narumi in the stomach, causing Narumi to retreat several meters. Narumi, I don't need your help, Kyubi. I will win this fight with my own efforts. Naruto stood up as best he could and started doing hand poses. After a few minutes he finished the hand poses and put his hand on his stomach from where a bright red glow appeared. With the genins. Mikoto, perhaps. Kushina, Well done, Narumi-chan proves that you are an Uzumaki, thought with a smile. Pakura, I've seen those hand potions, the Havana girl used it in the third great ninja war. Yes, I remember, she thinks. In the combat arena. Naruto, I'm sorry I made you wait. Now we can continue with what we started, he said, getting into a combat stance. Mereoleona, ha 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 ha, I like you more, Narumi Uzumaki, she said, throwing herself at Narumi. Mereoleona and Narumi were in a hand-to-hand combat where this time Narumi not only dodged Mereoleona's blows but also counterattacked. Although some did not see, others noticed how Mereoleona had the advantage of the combat. Narumi, at this rate I won't be able to win, he thought as he walked away from Mereoleona. Mereoleona, what's happening? This has just started. Don't tell me you're giving up, because if that's the case I'll be forced to kill you, she said and asked seriously. Naruto, I and Uzumaki surrender, ha 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 ha, this is getting fun, and better to die than give up, and Uzumaki does not give up to anyone, even less to her opponent, and even less to her enemy. That is why I died before I look bad as the Uzumaki that I am, she said, proudly raising part of her chakra, making the entire combat arena tremble. Mereoleona, ha 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 ha, then come and show the meaning of those words, show me how powerful an Uzumaki can be, she said while her entire body was covered in fire, and the combat arena shook even more. Chapter 17. In the world of the dead. The Shinigami could be seen facing an enemy that was not only a kage but also the enemy of a god, paperwork. But Shinigami couldn't help but think of a certain red-haired boy. Shinigami, that pure soul, no longer tries to commit suicide. Shinigami, I imagine that had its effect. Flashback. Naruto, what did I just do? He thought with fear, seeing his hands which were stained with blood. Naruto looked up, looking around where he saw with horror some dead bodies of Konoha ninjas. Almost all of them had a hole in their chest. Naruto, what did he just do? That damn Namikaze won't leave me alone? Until when will I get a normal life? He screamed with all the strength he had left while tears flowed from his eyes. Naruto came out of his state when he felt a weak chakra approaching him, and when he turned around he saw a surviving ninja running towards him with a kunai in hand ready to kill him, but Naruto crouched down and took the kunai from the ninja, piercing his heart. Naruto, it happened again, he said, looking at the kunai with horror. I don't want to continue with this. Naruto, very scared, stabbed himself in the stomach, falling to the ground where he slowly began to close his eyes, dying seconds later. Worlds of the Dead. Naruto mem? He opened his eyes suddenly, standing up where the first thing he saw was a person who gave off a demonic aura. Shinigami, it's not your time to die yet, Naruto Uzumaki, or better Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki. Naruto, I am not Namikaze, he said with noticeable fear. Shinigami, live your life, it's not your time yet, he said, looking Naruto directly in the eyes. Your soul is so pure that I don't know what to do with you. World of the living. Naruto's eyes snapped open, pure terror visible on his face. But he felt something enter inside him. Naruto didn't have time to think about the situation because thanks to his Kagura eye he felt the chakra of some ninjas approaching at a pace he repeated at his disposal. Naruto without hesitation prepared to escape. He didn't want to kill anyone again, although he noticed that his stomach wound was no longer there, but he didn't think about that for now. The important thing was to escape. Ninja 1, we're late. Ninja 2, TSK, that damn brat of shit demon, he said, seeing the dead corpses of his companions. Ninja 3, no, he shouldn't be far away. Maybe he sensed us coming, but let's not forget that he's just a child who just caused his first death. He should be full of fear. Therefore his fear will prevent him from going any further. Ninja 2, if you're right, let's go fast, he said, starting to run. Ninja 1, don't forget we need him alive. End of flashback. Shinigami, Yudahai Mayori, Pakura, these are your reasons for living, Naruto Uzumaki. Let's see how much you love this family, Naruto Uzumaki. World of the living. Narumi, why don't you give up? I asked agitatedly, looking at Mereoleona. Mereoleona, that's not my thing. My dilemma is to die rather than surrender, she said with a big smile, and in the same state as Narumi but with fewer wounds. The combat arena is half destroyed and half almost normal. The arena resembled a war field, said destruction was caused by only 2 people. Box of the Kage. May, that Naruto Uzumaki is strong, even though she hasn't used the power of her Bijuu, although it's normal to block all the Bijuu's chakra. Minato. May, your genin is very strong. Tsukage donated. Anoki, thank you, she is the strongest of her generation, he said proudly. May, I didn't have to know that, I see now. In the combat arena, Mereoleona and Narumi were in a fight not only of taijutsu but also of speed. Orange and red flashes could be seen throughout the combat arena. Mereoleona, thanks to her Kekkei Genkai, was giving Narumi problems. Narumi, her fire is very hot. If I continue at this rate I will lose, she thought, jumping back, but Mereoleona was already in front of her, punching her in the face. Mereoleona, what's wrong, Uzumaki? Are you tired already? I asked, watching as Narumi got up from the ground. Narumi, I have to admit it. You are annoying, she said, looking at Mereoleona. Mereoleona, ha 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 ha, thanks, they've told me that often. Narumi, often or very often? Mereoleona, well, I admit it, very often, ha ha ha, she said, approaching Narumi. Narumi, Doton, wind bullets, he said, making hand poses to launch some wind bullets at the end of his mouth. With the Genis. Menma, I doubt that will work. Narumi is terrible at aiming, he said, seeing how the bullets only ended up touching Mereoleona's hair. Mikoto, if she wants to be a swordswoman she must have perfect aim with kunais and shurikens. I already feel like Kushina is planning her next training per Narumi, she thought, looking at Kushina, who had a very, very angelic smile according to Mikoto. In the combat arena, Mereoleona, you lack aim, Uzumaki HM? She said, but then noticed how to her right and left there were 2 clones of Narumi. The clones pulled out chains from their backs and then launched themselves at Mereoleona, who didn't expect the clones to come at her with the Lamatina chains. Mereoleona ducked, narrowly avoiding the Lamatina chains, and then punched a clone, who vanished. Then she went for the other clone, kicking her, but the clone avoided her and pulled out another chain, which headed towards her. Mereoleona, shit, she said, taking a big leap backwards, but noticed how the ground where she was standing was shaking, and when she looked down Narumi came out of the ground, which had given her a big blow to the chin. Narumi, that genjutsu cost me a lot. Mikoto-san, thanks for teaching me a little genjutsu. Mereoleona, I barely realized that was just a genjutsu. Was your goal to put me in a blind spot so you could surprise me by coming out of the ground? Isn't that right? Narumi, indeed, she said, but she narrowly dodged a fire attack. Mereoleona, hee hee. Narumi, what are you are? She couldn't finish because she almost dodged a double kick from Mereoleona. Mereoleona, now to get serious. Get ready, Uzumaki. Be proud of me, Mereoleona Vermilion, the most powerful genin in Iwagakure. I will show you a part of all my power, she said with a big smile, raising her chakra while her whole body was covered in fire, or better lava, since the fire that surrounded her began to melt as if it were lava. Narumi, what a huge chakra. I feel his chakra even without having the Kagura eye, he said in thought, taking out his flame chains. Mereoleona, here I go, Uzumaki. Narumi, I have to hurry, he said, and then disappeared. Narumi, without hesitation, prepared herself and her chains to receive Mereoleona, where she was able to dodge a double kick from Mereoleona and then attack her with her chains, but Mereoleona disappeared again. With the Jenny. Ha ha, I want to fight her. From here I feel her immense power. Mereoleona Vermilion, you are strong, and I admit it, he thought with a happy smile. Temari, it's not normal to see the princess smile like that, she thought, looking at her older sister. Pakura, that the princess smiles like that is something strange. Maybe he became interested in that girl from IWA. In the fight, Narumi was in a bind. On one hand there was Mereoleona, which made it difficult for her to know where she would appear and attack since her speed increased drastically, making it difficult to predict her attacks. And finally there were her chains of flames that left her without chakra little by little. Narumi, shit, she said, receiving a few hits from Mereoleona. My body is not going to bear the temperature anymore. Kyubi, pathetic, look at yourself in trouble against your opponent. Although I must admit that I admire your courage in sealing my chakra, preventing it from reacting when you are injured, said from Narumi's mind. Narumi, silence Kyubi, then I'll put you in your place. Kyubi, ha ha ha, try it, but one thing, stupid girl, that girl's victory is assured, but don't you dare lose in a humiliating way. You are my second strongest Jinchuriki so far, and I have pride enough to not let the other Bijuus make fun of me. Narumi, ha ha ha, rest assured, besides, I don't plan on losing in such a humiliating way. I have to show Oni-chan that I'm strong. Kyubi, to your right, he said, and then cut off his communication with Narumi. Mereoleona appeared to Narumi's right, ready to punch him, but was surprised to see how Narumi's chains blocked her and tied her hand. Mereoleona, well done, but it's not enough to stop me, she said, jumping and then kicking Narumi in the head in the form of an axe. Narumi received the axe kick and was slightly shaken but remained standing. Narumi, still holding Mereoleona with her chains, gave her a strong punch full of chakra. Mereoleona, that hurt, she said while blood came out of her nose. Narumi, there's still more to come, so hold on, he said, giving another chakra-filled punch to Mereoleona's face. HAA. Tsunade, what are you doing, Narumi? You shouldn't use those kinds of blows like that, she thought seriously and at the same time nervously, listening perfectly how some of Narumi's bones broke. Narumi kept punching Mereoleona in the face. Blood could be seen coming out of her forehead. Mereoleona lifted her legs as best she could and wrapped them around Narumi's arm, then with all her strength she did a roll, causing Narumi's arm to break. Narumi, hiya. With the Genis. Kuratsuchi, really, are you going to kill her? She asked, surprised to see what her partner had just done. Tatsumaki, Mereoleona may be gentle in appearance and personality, but in reality she is something else. She is a fierce lioness who can kill at any time out of desperation. I still remember the day she made her first kill. Ha 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 ha, she's also very fierce. I love that. Temari, sister. Kushina, come on, get up. Narumi, don't be an embarrassment. Naruto, get up. Kushina, Naruto, at least he dies with honor. In the fight. Narumi clutched her shoulder in pain. She didn't expect her rival to have hurt her so much. She had to end this now, since she had just angered a true ferocious lioness ready to go all out until her prey is on the ground, and she can't move even a finger. Narumi felt two fierce looks fixed on her, and with fear that she knew how to hide very well, she turned to the stand, seeing the fierce look that her mother and Naruto were sending her. A look of pure death. Mereoleona, growling. Narumi, if I lose, at least I will not do it with honor, he said while creating a Rasengan in his hand. Mereoleona, growling it is in her hand, she created a small ball of fire, or better lava. Mereoleona launched herself against Narumi, ready to end the fight. Narumi did the same and launched herself against Mereoleona, also ready to end the fight. Both attacks were just a few meters away from colliding, but at the last moment, Mereoleona ducked and then hit Narumi's stomach with her attack, causing Narumi to spit out large amounts of blood. But Narumi, with the last strength he had left, and as best he could, hit the Rasengan in Mereoleona's face. Narumi, wake up, that's not you, she said, and then hit the stadium wall. Tsunade. Mereoleona, she approached Narumi while creating another attack in her hand. With the Genis. Tatsumaki, right now Mereoleona is not her. I'm sorry. Mereoleona couldn't intervene, she thought, clenching her fists. Flashback. Mereoleona, Tatsumaki, promise me something please, she said with her head down. Tatsumaki, what kind of promise? I ask it would be and on guard. Mereoleona, if I lose control again, please stop me. I don't want to kill anyone again, please. That's all I ask of you, she said, raising her gaze and revealing her eyes, which were crying. Tatsumaki, I promise you. Mereoleona, thank you, she said, falling unconscious. End of flashback. Tatsumaki, shit. Mereoleona is not you. Did you forget that you said you don't want to kill anyone else? Screamed, looking at Mereoleona. Kuratsuchi. In the fight. Narumi, Kushina-sama, I'm sorry I couldn't die with honor as your daughter. I'm sorry, she thought, falling unconscious where the last thing she saw was Mereoleona in front of her. Mereoleona, grrrr. Memories of Mereoleona. You're not a demon, sister. 2. It's true you're not a demon, you just saved your life. Sister React, this is not even you, did you forget your promise? Comma? 2. You would never kill again. End of Memories of Mereoleona. Mereoleona grabbed her head in pain as tears flowed from her eyes. Mereoleona, I'm a monster, he said, falling to the ground, still holding his head. All. In the Park of the Kages. Anoki. Minato, he was fighting to not go save his daughter. In the fight. Tsunade, Mereoleona Vermilion, you want to kill your rival, wonder would it be? Mereoleona, no, she said, falling unconscious. Tsunade, the winner is Mereoleona Vermilion. With the Genins. Tatsumaki, Kuratsuchi, Mereoleona. They shouted, going to help their partner. Chapter 18. Mereoleona opened her eyes, looking at the ceiling of the infirmary. She didn't need anyone's explanations to know what had happened. She had lost control once again. Mereoleona, I am a monster, she thought, clenching her fists. Kuratsuchi, are you okay, Mereoleona? Mereoleona. She turned around and saw her team along with friend, are you okay? We were worried about you. You fainted after your fight with your opponent. Mereoleona, Tatsumaki. Tatsumaki, I wanted to do it but I couldn't. If I interrupted it meant that IWA would be disqualified in the exams, she said, obviously lying. I was grateful that Mereoleona is clumsy in intelligence. Mereoleona, are you sure about that? She said, looking at Tatsumaki with suspicion. Tatsumaki, it's up to you whether you believe me or not. Mereoleona, hey girls, is this little girl telling the truth? I asked, looking at Kuratsuchi and Kuratsuchi and yes, interrupting meant Iwa's disqualification. Flashback. Tatsumaki, Kuratsuchi, SI Mereoleona asks why I didn't interrupt when she lost control. Just say that interrupting the exams is disqualification from the village. Did you hear me? But why if that's a lie? Interrupting the exams doesn't mean that the village will be disqualified. Well, according to Sensei, she asked, confused, looking at Tatsumaki. Tatsumaki, you wouldn't understand, just tell him that. It's for his own good. Komiai, friend, listen to him. It's for the good of your friend Mereoleona, he said with a serious voice while standing on Fu's shoulder. Okay, this is serious to have to lie to Mereoleona. I don't like lying. Kuratsuchi, okay, but then you will tell me why we should have said that, he said the last thing would be, looking at Tatsumaki, who nodded. But in exchange I want chocolate, and I will remain silent. Tatsumaki, with an angry look on her forehead, gave a chocolate to it's a pleasure doing business with you, Mrs. Tatsumaki, he said, eating his chocolate calmly. Kuratsuchi, Tatsumaki, Komiai, it will never change. End of flashback. Mereoleona, what happened to Naruto Uzumaki? She asked, somewhat scared because she believed she had killed her opponent. Narumi, I'm fine, well, I think. Mereoleona turned around and saw Narumi next to her a few meters away, lying on a stretcher. She had bandages all over her body, but she also noticed Kushina's presence next to Narumi. Mereoleona, why you're alive? Narumi, sure. Why shouldn't I be? I asked, confused. Mereoleona, you're welcome, I'm so sorry, she said, lowering her head sadly. Narumi, we are in a test where killing is allowed, so I don't see the reason why you apologize. You only spared my life by not wanting to kill me, simply, she said with a smile. Mereoleona. Kuratsuchi, am I hearing right? The great and proud Mereoleona Vermilion, the best genin of Iwagakure, just apologized. Hey did you hear the same thing as me? He said with a mocking smile. Yes, friend. Mereoleona, shut up, Kuratsuchi. You'll see when I recover, I'll burn you alive. Kuratsuchi, if you recover, ha ha ha, he said with a lot of mockery, but noticed how Mereoleona got up from the stretcher as if nothing happened. Hey Tatsumaki, didn't the nurse say that Mereoleona would recover in around 2 days? Tatsumaki. Kuratsuchi, then why is she standing as if nothing happened in front of me? Mereoleona, damn you, I told you I'll burn you alive, she said, running after Kuratsuchi, who ran off without looking back. Coward, come here. Hope. Tatsumaki. TKS, they will never change. I'm glad Marileona is okay, she said, walking towards the exit with a smile. Narumi, Osie-san, I'm sorry, right now you're thinking that your daughter is weak, someone who doesn't deserve to have your blood. Sorry for having lost like that, she said, lowering her head, squeezing the sheets. Kushina sighed and approached Narumi, placing her hand on her head and smiling. Kushina, you're right, you're weak, but for me you lost with honor. You can improve and I'll make you better. The important thing now is that my little tomato is alive. Narumi, I'm not a tomato, Osie-san, she said with an embarrassed blush. Kushina, of course you are my little tomato and only mine, she said mockingly. Narumi, Goose-san, don't say that. Kushina, ha 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 ha, well for now rest, since after the exams we will start training. You need aim to be a swordswoman like you, great Goose-san, that is me. And I will be in charge of training you. You will be the best swordswoman, and everyone will remember your great name, ha ha ha, she said in a chibi manner, smiling in an adorable way. Narumi broke into a cold sweat, knowing that this behavior was not usual for her mother, plus that smile. Narumi, help me, my OCASAN is going to kill me. On the other side of the stadium. Pakura, is something wrong, Kinamaro? She asked, looking at Kinamaro, who was staring into space. Kinamaro, Kagura-sensei? I'm not okay. Karen, although this is getting interesting and complicated at the same time, it is also boring. May, I agree with you, Karen, this is getting boring. I want to go to Kiri. I can't stand being here anymore, she said lazily, wanting to hug Naruto, but Yutaheim pulled him towards her. Yutaheim, mine, he said, sticking his tongue out at May. Maki, a lot of things have happened since I was gone, she said, looking at Karen, Yutaheim, Kinamaro, Naruto and Pakura. May, long story, but I can tell you that this handsome guy here is my future wife, she said, pointing at Naruto harassingly. Yutaheim, lie. Find your own, old lady, she said, hugging Naruto tightly. May, ha, we'll see about that. Pakura, Yutaheim, Naruto can't breathe, let him get some air, she said, looking at her dear master who was struggling to find oxygen. Yutaheim, I'm sorry, Naruto. Naruto, thanks, Pakura. I almost died. Marileona, come here, coward, I told you I would burn you alive, so come here. She shouted, chasing Kuratsuchi with her hands on fire. Kuratsuchi, I was joking what I said. Marileona, I don't care. Minutes later. Kuratsuchi could be seen with several bumps, bruises on her face, and some burns that stood out. Foh, Marileona, friend, I think you went too far. Just look at poor Kuratsuchi. Kuratsuchi, do you think he went too far? You'd rather say that he went too far. Marileona, that's what you get for saying things that don't make sense, and that bother me. All the genin, Jounin sensei, and some civilians watched the scene with a drop of sweat. While in the frame of the Kages, that Tsuchikage slapped himself in the face. Temari's sister, are you okay? She asked, intrigued, looking at her older sister. Princia, yes, because the question. Kankuro, princess, you see, you always have a bad face, but today you are, so to speak, happy, he said with a nervous smile, not wanting to anger his older sister, knowing how she is. Princia, ha ha ha, my happiness is so noticeable, she said with a big smile on her face. Temari, Kankuro, Gara. Princess, I found someone interesting in these exams. It finally wasn't boring, let's say, she said, looking at Marileona, who kept yelling at Kuratsuchi. Kankuro, it's rare that she smiles. Princia, Gara, you haven't caused any trouble, I hope? She asked, turning to look at Gara, erasing her smile. Gara, no, I kept myself under control since the exam started, sister, he said with noticeable nerves. Princia, I'm glad to hear that. Keeping calm is a good deed. Even in a battle you must remain calm, she said, putting a hand on Gara's head with a smile. But something curious is that Gara-san did not react to eye contact with Gara's skin.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.